Hello, hello, and welcome back to Hero Infinite's Issue 2, the Phantasmic Noir. And playing the role of the Phantasmic Noir is my buddy Broditis.
Hey guys, it's your boy Birditis out here playing ourselves Infinite because it's a fun little series. It's so sick. Y'all gotta check it out. Come on, man. Come on, man. It's pretty hype.
Yee. So, I have very intentionally gone out of my way to make sure the first two sessions were Beta Bobby and then yours, because I feel like between the two of you, we're immediately setting the spectrum of expectation of what kind of shit is going to exist in this world.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I feel that's really funny.
Yee. So with that, let us start. I got some good background music playing. There we go. Okay.
Oh, hell yeah.
You know that thing where you plan a very specific opening and then when you have to do it, it's gone?
Yeah, happens to me all the time.
DM struggles. So
Sucks so bad.
as we open up, we open up on Justice City in the dead of night. A soft storm rolling over the town. The raindrops fall and hit the ground, but in one area, they don't quite make it all the way. A phantasmic figure stands, a brimmed hat and trench coat, moving through the storm, not touching the ground as it goes. This city at night can be hell, but compared to where you came from, it's about as close to heaven as you can ever hope to get. You float through the city, and you're floating through the city, and as you're going, a small skull floats up beside you. Alright, let me better describe the figure that's floating. It is a intangible figure, intangible, unseeable figure, but when they choose to make themselves appear, they are seen always in shadow, a wide trench coat and brimmed hat on their head. It is the Phantom Detective, the Phantasmic Noir. Hang on. Yeah, wrong UI. Yeah, UI. Noir has a bunch of extra hero points because I started this session several hours late and had to delay it multiple times. So he's got an absolute fuck ton of hero points to start us off.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
All the hero infinites are the hero points with the little arrows.
Yes.
All right, I'm missing that.
Oh yeah, so yeah, I should give you a little bit of a mechanical rundown of this.
So
the hearts are your actual hit points, or your health. In that, the hearts are your hit points, and the bar is your luck meter. Although for you, it works a little bit differently because of your unique ability and power set.
Wait, so the hearts are my stamina, right?
No, the hearts are your health. And the other thing would be stamina, but for you it's a little different. So for most players, what happens is, whenever an enemy deals damage, rather than damaging their health, it would damage their luck. And it would be like, Stormtrooper aim, the villains narrowly missing their attacks or the heroes deftly dodging, just barely with a hair getting cut, And it would cause...
Drake in the
yeah,
games.
Exactly. Literally what the inspiration behind this style of health was. So, as your luck drains, the attacks keep narrowly missing you. Then once your luck hits 0, the next attack that hits you takes out 1 heart of health. And then your luck instantly fills to full. But luck also regenerates at a rate of 1 point per turn. So every time you go a turn without damage, 1 luck regenerates.
Right on.
And when you gain a heart of damage, it provides disadvantage to all future actions until you can heal it. But for you, it's a little bit different, being that you're, dead.
I'm already dead.
So, rather It is more a measure of your phantasmic ectoplasmic form. And every attack that lands on you directly lands on you, and your character just kind of tanks it. And it eats away at your ectoplasmic form until your luck bar, or your ectoplasmic bar, I should say, which actually, you know what? Let me reflect that all works a little bit different for you with some fun color changing.
Oh, yeah.
Let me just... Bump. What's up?
Do I get the 3 extra because of, that one skill?
3 extra. What skill was it?
It was the tenacity skill. I get 3 extra stamina. That's what I was asking about.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Your high tenacity, so this should be 3 longer for your character. Let me fix that right now. I forgot to reflect that when setting up the UI. 1, 2, 3. Thank you for reminding me.
Of course.
Sorry that I'm not doing good GM chat, but in my defense, I got like 8 players and growing.
You're doing a great job, man. What are you talking about?
Which, in that vein, I'm just gonna tell you right now, I'm fully expecting all players to maintain, your character sheet is you are responsible for it. I won't remind you of your powers. You will remind me of your powers. You know?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hang on. Yeah, just making some little quick changes. And there we go. Why did it not save correct? Oh, hang on. It changes processing. There we go.
Oh man.
Yeah, new health. Different health bar.
Here we go.
I know.
Holy smokes.
It'll take you slightly longer to see the different health bar because you're watching the stream, which is on a slight delay.
I
okay.
See it, man.
Yeah.
I see it. It looks clean.
And yeah, so and then the other things are your hero points, which you spend on all the ways that hero points are spent.
That's a classic. That's a classic.
Yeah, so for you, it's your ectoplasmic stuff draining, and when you hit 0 health, you become permanently invisible and intangible until you can begin recovering.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And that comes that takes some time, the recovery.
Yeah.
Like, so other people, when they hit 0 health, they basically enter a comatose state from being so heavily damaged. You don't go comatose, you just are completely unable to interact with the physical world until you recover.
I just can't do shit. Yeah. All right. Let's get the show on the road, buddy.
Yes. Anyway, back to the dramatic scene I was describing and away from mechanical breakdown. No, it's all okay. So, as we, you are floating through the city, and as you float, a phantom skull floats up beside you. The target should be not too far from here. Remember, we need you to gather as much information on their operation as you can. We aren't sure what their goal is yet.
The phantom detective over here takes a long drag from a seemingly ever-burning cigarette, blows it and puffs it out.
The sparks and amber is being faintly visible to those who look hard enough for it.
Mm-hmm. So, mind give me the rundown again on who I'm going after here?
Occultists pushing into the city. We aren't quite sure what it is they're trying to do here yet, but whatever it is, it cannot be good. As far as we can tell, they serve a dark entity. An individual known as Hester.
Hester, huh?
We still have Reapers searching the deeper libraries of the tower. All information from all time takes a while to sift through.
I imagine. It's a big place. Liberty City. It's hard to find one guy.
No, you're not. You are in Justice City.
Sorry, that's what I meant. Sorry,
Justice City and New Liberty. Liberty City's from GTA.
You're right. Sorry, my bad.
No, that's okay.
My bad. Okay, back to yeah. It's Justice City.
Yeah, yeah, you're in Justice City.
Okay. Justice City's a big place. Hard to find a guy sometimes, but back in my day, I was the very best at what I did.
And that's exactly why we recruited you.
Right on.
You make your way through the streets. Justice City is one of the oldest cities in the United Colonies. Its history runs deep. As you move through, you glance off to the side, and you'd see a large poster, military recruitment. On the face of it, a superhero. The world has changed so much. As you look at it, we crossfade from that to a picture on an old newspaper. Different superhero. Rather than being in high-tech military gear that's all stylized and colored to match the hero, instead on the newspaper it's a man in spandex and a skin-tight suit. The black and white photo failing to do justice to the garish colors it has.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say from the newspaper we pan over to the same streets we were just on, but different. Buildings missing from the skyline, and the cars driving around of a much older model. And down the street walks a detective in a trench coat. Do you want to describe what you look like? Old you.
So, Joey Valentine, the Noir. He's very Italian American. He's got black hair, not a big nose, but a pretty size, not pretty size. He's got a nice face. He's got very nice features.
He's got that distinctly European nose shape.
Yeah. And he's got a cigarette in his mouth. On his hip is a revolver, classic little 6-shooter, a little snub nose that he keeps for self-defense when he needs it. His clothing is a very nice brown. His hat and his jacket, both brown.
Like that old-fashioned tan trench coat brown.
Yeah. The classic, detective from the 20s.
You're not going for that. What is the comic where he wears the garish yellow trench coat?
Oh yeah, you're talking about who? I thought you were talking about The Question for a sec. His purple trench coat.
Oh, and I was thinking that there's an old Dick Tracy. You're not going for the Dick Tracy yellow?
Oh no. Just the standard. He doesn't want to stand out.
Yeah.
He's looking around. He, blows. He takes a drag from his cigarette, chuckling a little bit. You fucking kidding me? Look at this guy. Oh shit.
Holding a copy of that same newspaper in your hand.
Exactly. Yeah, he's reading it. He's like, "What the fuck is he wearing?"
The headline written across the top from the Daily Bugle newspaper. Costumed vigilante. Costumed vigilante uncovers alcohol smuggling ring. Police on the scene thank him, but many townsfolk question whether or not, the headline was that, and then below it says police were quickly on the scene to thank him, but many individuals question whether or not this kind of behavior is good for our city, and if it might provoke more action from the crime families.
Honestly, I think this guy's gonna have to keep his nose out of some business. Some of this stuff's harder, it's hard to mess with these crime bosses without taking some heat. God save the bastard, as he's gonna fold it up and put it back.
And a person who's walking just a few steps behind you, a person you were walking with, speaks up. He's not gonna have just the crime families on him if he keeps it up. As you glance up to I'll let you name her. It's a female police officer.
Veronica.
Veronica? Officer Veronica. Hey, you're a friend in contact on the police force, whom you're currently walking alongside. It seems like for every one of these vigilantes we have helping to capture these criminals, we find another costumed freak helping them out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't trust any of them. What's keeping them from putting on a whole different costume, pretending to be something else? Jeez.
Exactly. Sorry, hang on, give me 1 second.
You're good. Yeah.
I just gotta quickly look up one thing.
Good. Good.
Alright, yeah. Sorry, I was just checking a thing. The
Good.
two of you continue walking along. She's like, I'm glad you're willing to help with this. As much as we don't like reaching outside the force, there's only so much we can do with the limitations we're given.
Hey, Veronica, you know me. I'm always down to help. Come on.
She hands you a small envelope. Remember, if anybody asks, you won't. Or if anybody asks, you don't know who gave you the tip. And yeah, pop it open, and it looks like it's some information on the local mob bosses attempting to, one of the local suspected mob bosses, and just like details on a nearby warehouse that they may be hiding illegal alcohol in. You
All right.
flip through, looking at the information. She's like, we just need you to get in and snap a few photos photos of the interior. Get that to us. Get that to us along with the information in here, and it'll get us all the information we need to do a bust on the location.
Just that? All right.
Yeah.
Consider it done.
Be careful, Valentine. I don't want you getting shut. I don't want. Be careful, Valentine. I don't want you to be swimming with the fishes.
Come on, man. Me? That's baloney, dude. Swimming with the fishes? Come on, Veronica. You know me better than that.
And with that, we crossfade up to the modern, the camera pans over past streetlight, and as it goes by, we were in like a daytime scene in the past, and as the streetlight is there, it sort of is like a line dividing between day and night. And as you walk past that, we're back at the Spirit U in the modern day. And the floating skull by your side.
He looks at the poster of the hero. Fucking baloney.
The world's changed a lot since your time, There's a lot more of them now. And they're different than what you dealt with.
Different how?
Well, for one, they got stronger.
You kidding me?
You remember the Grand War when all of Doggerland lit up into flames and the different nations fought, zeppelins and gases?
Yeah, I remember that.
The war to end all wars, they called it. I know. Let me tell you, it would have been nice to have that be the case. We would have only had 3 horsemen to hunt down then. But nah, another war started. War bloodier, deadlier, and with it, the birth of the superhero. Since then, it's been a bit more or less an arms race between the nations of the world to create the greatest super soldier. God forbid if any one of them get involved in the stuff that we have you looking into. Speaking of which, I'll hold back here. I don't know how much their occult energies can pick up, and this communication device gives off a lot more of an arcane signal than you do, I'll tell you that much.
I imagine, especially since you're so high and mighty.
Please. Or I don't like to take too much credit. After all, I didn't pick my position. It just fell on me. And the skull floats away a little bit, and you look ahead at the location. An old...
Yeah, as he floats away, sorry, as he floats, just like, he said, I didn't pick my position. Like, no one ever does. Yeah, he looks at...
That's a hero point right there. That's a good line. No one ever does.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Words for words. But yeah. You look ahead at the location ahead of you. The Hound's Pit Pub. It sits near the waterfront in one of the older districts of Justice City. You remember going here back when you were alive, and it doesn't look like it's changed one bit. You step forward a little bit, and you glance down, and they have the chalkboard menu, and you look at all the weird drink names of, the light spirits and the craft beers, and you tilt your head. Maybe it's changed a little bit.
Yeah, he's kind of just looking. He's like, what happened to just a whiskey? Oh, well.
So,
let's just hope this stuff isn't, oh my god.
You go.
Let's just hope this stuff ain't bootleg.
Yeah, which I should mention, alcohol is legal now, of course. And you remember when the prohibition began and all the hate around it, and you know that this pub, on the surface, switched to being a coffee shop at the time, but you never had a doubt that they were definitely still doing some sort of illegal alcohol stuff in the background with how often people still went in and out.
Yeah.
Which, if you recall right, as you step in through the front doors and look around, or step through the front door, glancing around at the pretty much dead bar, there's just like the bartender and one guy, and you think for a moment, if this place really did have illegal activity going on in it, there's probably a lot more to this building than meets the eye. And from there, I'm gonna leave control to you. So you're here, tracking down followers of an elder god known as Hester, who are doing occult activity that you have been assured by your boss is not gonna end well. Beyond that, you are just more or less here to gather intel on other locations where they may be active. Because, just taking down one branch, it won't do anything. You need to find your way up the chain.
Oh, yeah, definitely. He starts to, like, stretch a little bit as he enters, because he looks very shadowy. He has a black trench coat.
Oh,
black,
you're
black
walking
hat.
in, making yourself visible.
Yeah, he just starts to walk in, and then, I imagine there's lights, right?
Yeah, it's a little dimly lit, though, because it's late at night. So, to describe the layout as you step through the front door comes out of the corner of the build. Actually, hang on, I should draw this. Give me a second. Let me get to the... hang on. Hang on. Ba-ba-bum. Hang on. Shoot, hang on. Hang on. Everything's going wrong. Morty.
Oh, Rick. Oh, God.
That's probably one of the few characters that if somebody requests, I'll just be like, listen, I'm not going to do shit with them. Take them off your request list. Do you know how hard it would be to write for Rick and Morty to be in this setting?
so bad, bro.
Somebody who can shatter reality that easily is not going to be fun to write for.
Yeah.
All right, slide over here. So, actually, yeah, let's go through thickness. So you enter through the corner of the building here, and immediately there is. Hang on, let me. I'm just trying to map the building in my head a little bit. So, building is like this. The street going by. Oh, you know, hang on, let's delete that whole map.
Oh.
That's a little obstructive. That's
Oh.
that's left over from last episode.
Uh-oh. If you want to see that last episode, go watch the first episode of Hero Infinite, featuring Bobby Beta.
Yay! It went up last week.
Yeah.
Mild spoilers for it. Whoops.
Oops. Oops.
See, like, street goes by over here. There's almost immediately next to it, like, big chain link fence and walls of what leads into, like, the industrial docks. So, you know, back in the day, this was basically a waterfront pub that, like, you know, people coming in from sea would stop at and drink. But nowadays, with the piers and docks all being different, it's just an old historic bar. And they have some little seating out front and, like, a little, like, you know, iron bar fence that would run through. And a door in here, which is the one you're entering through. And you can see another door is over here. And you can remember that this place had an additional door here as well. And hang on.
Additional door where?
You're going to be seeing things at a ever so slight delay.
Oh, I see it now. I see it now.
Yeah, a third door up to the right.
Okay.
And then the whole bar has that's all a wall into another room you can't see. And as you're approaching, you could tell that there was another door over here. And the actual bar curves around like this, with like seats all around it, and then there's booths along the walls here and booths along the wall here, and a table has been set up over here. You know, that's like the sort of the rough shape of the whole place. I feel like I drew the building a little smaller than I meant to, but it gets the idea across. And you're entering from the bottom left corner, and you can see there appears to be one guy sat at the bar and also the bartender here. The whole place has like an old-fashioned style, like, you know, very clearly designed to look like an old world, but like a pub from overseas in old Doggerland.
Yeah.
Which, just as a note for viewers, if you're confused by all these country names and stuff, this world has different countries than ours, but are like ours. Doggerland is Europe. The United Colonies is the USA. Yeah.
All right.
I wanted to create entirely fictional countries so as to avoid real life political stuff.
He enters. You know, the light of the lamps, you know, the light of the lights kind of covering him. But when he takes off his hat, he looks like a normal guy.
The bartender glancing up. What's your poison?
Whiskey.
He goes and turns and starts you know, grab the stuff to pour you some. Do you sit down close to the one other guy or far? Like, the one other guy would be sat like, hang on, let me just boop boop boop. Boop boop boop. Like, there's a guy sat here and there's the bartender here at the corner. And you're entering like down here. So like, where are you gonna try and sit?
Let me see. The guy's there, the bartender's there. And then what's this bottom right thing again?
Oh, the whole box in the bottom right. That is. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I should draw another door. That's like a back room you can't see. That is
Oh,
like,
okay, I see.
you know, where the back offices would likely be.
You know, he's gonna sit.
They would have a
I
door
would-
here and door. The building looks like it's 4 stories tall.
4 stories. Okay.
Yep.
I see. He would sit probably across the bar from him, kind of like if you were making like a right angle with the bartender and the guy sitting.
Make a right. Okay, yeah, like right. I see what you mean. In the same position, but on the other end of the L.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
So
you
next
go
to
over.
him, but also not. You know, he wants to see.
Yeah, and the bartender has poured you a cup of whiskey.
You know. Thanks. He takes a swig of it. Is it cheap stuff?
I think he would have gone for a cheaper end whiskey, and you know, just because like you're a new guy who just walked in the middle of the night. He's not gonna break out the top shelf for a random dude.
Yeah, yeah. He kind of like he nods. Smart businessman. Like he thinks in his head.
Mm.
All right, I do the same.
You know, he got you like the classic whiskey cup with 2 big ice
Like
cubes
house.
in it.
Yeah, like a house whiskey.
Yee.
And he takes a sip of it. So, I'm a little new around these parts. Funny enough. What do you think people do around here?
What do I think people do around here?
Yeah, like what's a good way to shoot the win? You know, what's a good way to spend my time?
Sitting right there, getting more cups. He chuckles.
Yeah, I mean, maybe if you gave me some better stuff. he jokes, you know, as he finishes his cup.
Well, maybe you can pay for the cup you already drank first.
Put it on my tab.
I'm gonna need your card if I'm gonna put it on a tab.
Funny enough, I don't got one. So here, he kind of I try and get off the grid, you know. See, reaches into his trench coat pocket and pulls out money.
And you mean
Quote, unquote.
money. So, this is gonna be kind of a charisma check, kind of a knowledge check. Where we gotta make sure you can make it look like convincing money.
The reality warping, right?
Yep, that's what I figured you were doing.
Yeah. He pulls, and charisma and a...
Charisma or intelligence types abilities could feed into this. By default, you're rolling 5 dice. Do you want to add do you have any skills that would benefit this, or do you want to spend star points? Generally, I won't... Or I'm just gonna, that generally speaking, I won't always ask if you want to spend star points, and if you want to spend them, you have to say them, like, as you're saying the action you're doing.
Yes. And, but I can also spend extra star points if I wanted to, after the roll.
Yes. But,
yeah.
If it's before you roll, it's 1 star point per extra die. After you roll, it's 2 star points per extra die.
I read that rule.
Yeah.
Either way. Considering I was a bartender, would that help with my charisma in any way?
No, this is more about faking the money than it is about bartending stuff.
Oh, no, because you said charisma, that's why. Sorry.
Oh, actually...
Because he does handle money a lot as a bartender, especially since I'm doing cash. And bartenders have to be generally charismatic to...
Yeah.
Also, detective background, I handle money a lot too. I would know to differentiate fake and
also, you
real.
handled money in the 1920s.
True. It's just old-looking bills.
So... I think... I'll give an extra die for bartender. I think I will allow that. If you were speaking and offering this to any other person, it wouldn't benefit it.
Yeah.
But because you're talking to a fellow bartender, you're able to, rizz them up a little.
Yeah, he That's 6 dice then. Do I roll that or you do?
Oh, I was gonna do the rolls, but if you want to roll, you can.
No, 66. Do you want me to share a screen?
Or no, it's 60-10.
D10, yes. Do
Yeah.
you want me to share a screen?
No, I'll trust you.
Okay, I'll
And
roll.
so, on the roll, I should really put a little thing in the corner of the stream at all times or something. That would be a good thing to add into the UI. It's
Okay.
if you get a 2, 3, 4, or 5, ignore it.
Well, that's a 6.
6 through 9 are successes.
Yeah. Oh, I just rolled a D6. Hold on, that was not a.
Oh yeah, no, you're rolling 6 D10s.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna roll 1. Okay, so here's the first one. That is a 10.
So
that is a 7. That is a
10, 7, 10.
That is a 5. That's a failure. That's a 3. And then that's a 4. So I've got 2 bursting, 1 regular, and then 3
Yep,
failures.
so because of the 2 10s, roll 2 more dice.
Okay. Bink. That is a... That's a 3.
All right.
And that is a 6.
3 and 6. All right, so that's 4 successes. I did not tell you a difficulty up front. I realize usually I try to do that. Sometimes I forget to, but I'll have a difficulty in my head. Either way, 4 is enough to pass in this. We're in the early game. Most skill checks are going to be very low level, unless you're trying to do something absurd. So you reach in your pocket and pull out some old-looking money and hand it to him, but he doesn't. He barely even glances at the cash as you hand it to him, and he takes it.
How much do I owe you? He first asks, like, how much do I owe you?
He'd give you a price that's reasonable for a cup of whiskey. I don't really drink at bars, so I wouldn't know the answer, but he gives you a reasonable price.
I would say, like, $10, and to him, that's crazy. Like,
yeah.
To Joey, he's like he's
$10. But or just $10.
$10. Okay. He puts 2 5s on the table, and
to be fair, alcohol was also illegal last time you were in a bar.
True, but $10 is like, I want to say like over $100.
Homie, you think $10 is expensive? You should see the price of heroin nowadays.
Oh God!
I'm kidding.
That's funny. Yeah, he goes, and he hides his reaction because of course he's trying to, he's got to be professional, but he's like, fucking shoddy. Shoddy establishment is he running here? In his head, he says that, of course.
Yeah, he takes the money and goes over to the register, and you sort of glance past him, looking at the price board, and just see, the prices of alcohol.
He looks $32 for something called a Jaeger bomb. What the fuck? He's like, oh my
Jaeger bomb.
God, what the hell? What is a Moscow Mule? Right on. So, aside from, of course, drinking your very ritzy whiskey, what else can someone do around here?
What do you mean? What can you do? Are you looking for a job or entertainment or?
Looking for a little more of a hard-boiled type of guy.
Hard-boiled? What, like you want to go boxing? As he comes back over and is pouring another glass of whiskey.
Yeah, I'm good in a fight, he says as he leans back.
I think the gym over on 34th Street has a boxing league they let people sign on for. At least I assume with the guys we get in every Friday.
Okay, I'll have to check that out at some point then. How about you, stranger? He says as he gestures towards the guy.
The guy glances up at you. He looks a little disheveled. Looks like he might have been drinking recently. Or, he's in a bar. Looks like he may have been drinking a little bit too much. Probably, if you had to guess, he's probably approaching a cutoff point. He's just like, well, or what is there to do for fun? Fun aside from drink? You can head to the strip club downtown, or
Nah, I ain't looking for no hoopers.
no what?
Ladies, sorry.
There's a male strip club down the road from it.
Now, who do you think I am?
Well, you said you weren't looking for ladies.
I'm not looking for those types of ladies. Get away.
Right. Sips from his bottle. I don't know, watch sports or something.
Oh, sports. Okay. I meant in the city, friend. Come on.
He looks up. I mean, you could play, or you could find someone to play cards with, although most of the casinos are well outside of town, or outside of the edge of the town, more towards Innsmouth.
Well, he gets up, chugs the entire cup, and then places 10 more bucks on the table. And more bucks, quote unquote. Would I have to roll again?
No.
All right. Places 10 more bucks.
The last will carry to this one.
Yeah. And then just goes, all right, guess I'll go do that. Thanks, barkeep.
Barkeep nods to you. The guy drinking sort of raises his bottle to you for a moment and takes another sip. All right.
This guy. Is there anything different about him? Like, what's as I'm,
Give me a general perception check. The higher result, the more stuff you'll notice about him.
Would my detective background work with this?
Yes.
Cool. I'll roll 6d10 then. First one, that's a 10. Wow. That is a 9. Wow. That is a 8. Wow. Holy shit. A 9. Oh my god. A 6. Oh my god. A 1.
All right. And then roll another die because you got the d10.
Yeah.
Got everything succeeded except one crashing failure.
Yeah, and a 7. There we go.
I'm totally willing to believe that you're not lying because I've had crazier rolls appear. Yeah, no, I trust you as a player. I know you're not the kind of player who would lie about their rolls. So.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. That's actually crazy.
God, so that's 5 successes. Holy shit! You just crit succeeded. You begin to look him over. You can see. A few things begin to jump out very rapidly as you glance across him and the bartender. He's not, that's not alcohol in his bottle. He's drinking from a bottle that's been filled with something else. He's drinking water. He's acting drunk. The bartender and him are both, you realize they're both sort of giving you a subtle stink eye. You know, they clearly don't want you here, but they're not going to say anything to get rid of you. Underneath it, the guy's wearing like a nice sort of like thicker layered coat, and you would notice underneath there's trim like sticking out the trim of a what appears to be a sort of yellowy shirt that is very clearly of much higher value than what somebody dressed like the rest of his appearance would have. Like, he's a little disheveled looking, but that looks like it might be some sort of silken material of the sleeve of the thing underneath his jacket. The bartender also seems to be wearing some sort of yellow shirt underneath his button-up shirt. And both of them have on a small necklace with a symbol on it. Hang on, let me draw that symbol. Give me a moment.
Right
on. Sorry, give me a moment.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Oh god, sorry. I'm just seeing very cool looking shit that I fucking love as I was trying to find the symbol.
I get you, bro. No, it's clean.
People make good artwork of this character. So, they're both wearing these like little golden looking pendants that have this symbol on it.
Let me peek that.
Let me make this more of a 4 thickness. That is the symbol. Or hang on, I feel like I can do that a little bit better.
Getting the ID. But they all have that symbol then,
Yeah,
right?
both of them are wearing a necklace with this symbol on it.
Okay. He kind of, his eyes glance like fraction of a second. He just stays on each of their like things. Guys, no need to razz on me here. You don't gotta pretend to be ossified, bud. As he stands. If the liquor's bad, the liquor's bad. You don't gotta drink water to fool me.
The guy like immediately like his eyes go wide a little bit and he seems like, suddenly nervous.
Hey. What's got you scared, bud? Looks like you seen a ghost.
He looks to the bartender for a moment and the bartender's like, well, I'm getting ready to close. Maybe you should be on your way.
The bar closing this time of night. Whew. On a rainy day?
He glares at you for a moment.
Hey, what's got your tidy whities in a bunch?
It's late and I want to turn in for the night.
Oh, listen, I got you. Don't you worry about that. Maybe I should stop putting on my act. Here's the thing. I'm no sap. I'm no pushover. But I'm also no ragamuffin here. I'm gonna be blunt with you all. I'm trying to look into joining a place where I could lay low. Something kind of tugs at his collar to reveal the pendant they're wearing.
Give me another a charisma check.
I got you. I imagine nothing's gonna help here.
None of your skills help here.
Yeah, I just know what the pendant looks like, so I'm just gonna, pretend that I'm wearing one. I'm going to, add 1 star point to this. Roll 6. See. That's a 3. Uh-oh. That's a 4. Uh-oh. It's a 10. Yo! That's a 6. Yo! That's a 2. That's a 5. Okay. I'll roll 1 more. That's a 9. Yo, 3 successes.
All right, give me just a moment because I'm quickly reading something to make sure I know something correct in my head with what you're doing here.
Okay.
I'm having to review notes.
You're good. You're good. He's just
because I'm realizing what you're doing is totally reasonable and logical, and I should have thought about what you're doing right now, considering your power set.
I'm sorry.
No, it's good.
His little perception manipulation. Also, I spent a hero point, by the way.
Oh, okay. I'll fix that in a moment. What was your total success range?
3 successes. I had a 10, a 9, and then a 6, I believe. I just reset everything, so I don't remember. But I remember I had 3.
Oh, good. Okay. Yeah, okay. I thought so. As soon as you manifest the symbol, before you even have a chance to pull the necklace out.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just, well, hang on. You said you spent 1 star point.
Yes, I did.
Or hero point.
Mm-hmm.
So, you should quickly look at your stat bar update.
Okay.
Hang on. Stream delay will make it take just a second for you. Yeah, there it should have happened.
Oh!
As soon as it appears, you feel your entire being, like, pained. Like something ripple through the plasmitic energy that holds you corporeally. And you hear... and all illusory stuff you were holding up vanish away.
Wait, they said who called me?
Who calls me? And all of your illusions go away, including the symbol, and your appearance is looking like a normal person, turning you back into a black, shadowy figure. And immediately the two guys, like, jump up on guard. And
puts his hat back on. All right, well, there goes that.
The man at the table quickly reaches into his pocket and is reaching to pull something out. Meanwhile, the bartender... So, alright, we are now entering the territory of turn-based stuff.
Man, I wonder... Why'd that happen? Oh, is it because I disrespected the freaking thing?
Who knows?
Oh, no.
Who knows? I think you knows.
Oh. That's not good. That's bad.
So, crossing a yellow line... Actually, I should make the yellow lines thinner. Crossing a yellow line is going to cost a full action. On your turn, you have 2 actions you can perform as a hero.
Mm-hmm.
You
said crossing a yellow line, so even getting around the bar to that guy?
Yes.
Crossing the yellow line?
It's you're changing a zone. It's you changing a zone of action, or moving from one stage to another.
I see. Okay.
If you want to put it in comic book terms, you're crossing a panel. Yuck, yuck, yuck.
Oh. You said I get 2 actions?
Yes.
Okay.
So to quickly describe what the 2 NPCs are doing, because that will likely influence your behavior. The like I said, the bar patron is quickly reaching to his pocket, seemingly getting ready to pull something out, while the bartender is going to turn and start to run. Actually, he would have been more so in this space. He's going to start running to try and go through the door at the other end of the bar.
The one on the bottom or the one on the right?
The bartender is running to go through a door. The patron is grabbing a thing from their pocket.
I mean, what door is he running to?
The one on the right.
Oh, and he's running that... okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I put my hat back on. I see him reaching for something, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna just quick draw, blast him in the hand.
Gonna quick draw and blast him in the hand as an action?
Yeah, shoot would. Yeah, as one of my actions, just quick draw with my revolver.
And what would you want to do as your second action?
As my second action... So, changing the scenes...
Or, are you thinking of ways to spend star point or hero points?
No. Like, sorry, going to that next panel, right?
Yeah, that would be moving stage. Here, let me.
Flying doesn't circumvent that, right? Because that's because.
Yeah, flight. You are still crossing from one scene to another. Let me quickly label the zones for you. So I'll do 1, 2, 3, and 4. Just so that, for the purposes of pointing things out, you can be like, oh, I'm gonna go to zone whatever.
Actually, here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna shoot at the foot of the guy running. With
All
the
right.
leg, his leg. And then as he's shuffling through his pockets, he has a big bottle on the table, right?
You're gonna
Telekinesis the bottle and hit him in the face.
Oh,
Try and knock him out.
telekinesis! You don't need to cross the zone to hit him. That's right.
I don't. I can just.
All right, so give me a gunshot attempt. You need one success to, or actually, yeah, one success to land the hit.
All right, just I'll roll the straight 5 then.
Yep.
5d10. That's 2. That's 7.
So you don't fire normal physical bullets. You fire phantom bullets. So you aren't shooting their physical body, but you are shooting their spirits, their ethereal form.
So I'm not actually damaging. Oh, okay.
This will have the exact desired effect you are looking for, but you will not kill people with this unless you go out of your way to intentionally cause death.
Right on. I got 2 successes. I got a 7 and an 8.
If you damage somebody's mind enough, you can make their memories of their encounter with you foggy, i.e. a headshot can knock a person out and make them forget what happened. So what'd you get?
I got a 7 and an 8 for my shots, so I got 2, 3, 4, 7, 8.
2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That is enough to hit him because you only needed 1 success. So and now roll for the telekinesis attack. Yeah, roll for telekinesis.
All right, and that's just 5d10. How many successes do I need?
1 success again. These are low-level goons. They're very quick to knock out and take down.
All right, I'm gonna roll just straight 5 then.
All right.
That's a 10. Perfect.
Holy shit.
2, 4. If I roll a 1, it changes things. That's a 6. Okay, I've already gotten 3. That's a 1. So the delays, that takes away 1.
But you still get a burst from the 10.
Yeah, that's a 7. Okay, so I've got a 10 and a 7.
And a 1.
And a 1 and a 6.
Oh, 10, 1, 7, and 6. Okay, so that's 2 successes total.
Yeah, 2 successes. That's my bad. I was just counting the ones that mattered.
So yeah, you draw your gun in one hand, quickly firing the bullet. The bullet that fires out of the gun, rather than being a normal bullet, is a bluish gleaming light that streaks like a bolt of lightning through the air into the man's foot. As he screams out and falls down, his leg going completely numb as all of its nerves are shot. Meanwhile, your other hand reaches under the gun arm and extends out, like you extend out your hand, and what looks almost like what looks almost like gauze shoot from your hand in an ethereal manner, wrap around the bottle and smash it over the man's head before they just evaporate away as if they were never there. The man who smashed, he's immediately knocked out by the bottle smashing on his head. The other, the thing he was reaching for in his pocket goes flying out. A small trinket made of silver. Its appearance, allow me to draw it.
Okay.
I should do a thicker size than that.
So funny. I haven't taken. Well, I took some damage because I pissed off a guy.
Yeah.
So funny. He said, "You're not one of mine."
A piece of silver shaped like that, about the same size as the bottle in terms of length. It's a little thicker in some spots than what I drew, but that's the general shape it takes.
It's like a sword, or is it like a?
It's like just a silver stick. It's not even sharpened in any spots.
He's gonna. Can I telekinesis it away?
He's unconscious. It was the guy who smashed the bottle. You immediately knocked him out.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, just telekinesis the stick away. Just.
Well,
I don't want it near me.
We are technically entering next round of combat, meaning NPCs get another chance to act. Give me just a second. My bad. I'm thickening it in order to more define some of the elements of its shape.
I see. It would take me 2 actions to get to where that guy is on the floor, right?
Yep, step over the bar and then approach him, essentially.
Hmm.
He is attempting to just you know, continue towards his destination by dragging himself toward the door is what he's doing.
Well, how about I stop him from doing that? You know, I'm just gonna attempt to drag him towards me
with telekinesis.
Yeah,
I'm gonna call that a level 2 a level 2 challenge just because he's a little heavy. 1 success and you stop him from moving. 2, you are pulling him toward you. 3, and you don't even have to walk toward him. You yank him, you yank him right onto the counter.
All right, dice roller. Here we go. Reset.
5, and you yank him into your hands.
I'm going to what is it? I'm gonna add 2 hero points to this.
All right.
I'm gonna roll 7 dice.
Remember, when you roll the hero dice, keep it distinct that they're the last 2 you roll in the initial 7, because they cannot get a 1. If they roll a 1, it's just treated as a normal failure.
Okay, I see. Right on. Here we go. Here's the first one. That's a.
Oh, I should
8.
switch to like combat music. Hang on.
That's a 2.
Yeah, there we go. Got my combat
That's a 7.
music.
That's a 6. That's 3 successes already.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 10. That's my 5th dice. Here are the 2 hero dice.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 9. That's a 1 on the hero dice, so that doesn't count, right?
Yeah, the hero die rolling a 1 is just a normal failure, not a crashing failure.
Okay. So I'm gonna roll the 10, the extra 10. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I already have 5 successes, but I'm just gonna roll the extra 10. That's a 10. Oh my god. That's a 6. I've got an 8, a 7, a 6, a 10, a 9, a 10, and a 6.
So, hang on. How many
3,
of the
4,
succeeding
5,
dice is meaning 6 and up?
7.
7? 7th level. So you stand out your tendrils, grab his ankles, and you just... I should say, let me describe that better. You hold up your hands and extend them out. An ethereal mist emerges from the sleeves of your coat, and as it extends towards him, they solidify, taking on an appearance, again, very similar to gauze that wrap around his ankles, and yank him toward you as he's brought in the air and you catch him. Strands of white are covering his coat and his body, and he's just like, you know, terrified in your grasp now as we enter, as that was just one of your 2 actions.
Mm-hmm. And so I've done that. Is there a bottle of drink on the table?
There's the whiskey bottle.
Cool. I take it. I take it. I uncork it with my mouth as I'm holding him. You know, I imagine like I've thrown him up. He kind of spun a little bit, and then I just catch him by the collar, and I'm just kind of holding him. And I'm like, I spit the cork in his face as I
take a big swig.
Yeah.
I'm giving you a hero point for fucking coolness with that. Using your second action to just swig some whiskey. We enter next round. He's attempting to struggle free from you. You know, keeping a hold of him would be a level 1 check if however you try to do it. You know, intimidate him to staying still or play it out how you want.
Well, considering I'm a ghost that just grabbed him from the ethereal, you know...
Yeah.
Considering everything, you know, 7 successes is kind of crazy. Could I just kind of like give him a look? And just, like,
give me an intimidation check.
Yeah.
So long as you don't crit fail, you pass.
Cool.
So 0 successes required. You just need above -1.
That's a 10. That's a 10. That's a 5. That's a 3. That's a 5. That's a 4. And that's a 9. 2 successes.
Well, you gotta re-roll your 10 in case it eliminates itself.
No, that was the reroll.
Oh, okay.
I rolled a 10, a 5, a 3, a 5, a 4, and then a 9. I didn't spend any.
Okay, I didn't count. Well, I didn't count the number of rolls in my head right.
So I should have said that better.
All good. It's just me. I miscounted how many dice he said. So yeah, you're holding him, and he's like, you know, terrified.
Stop struggling. Come on, let's talk like men.
His eyes like glance over to the silver symbol that was knocked to the ground.
I look at where his eyes are, and you know I'm holding him. I'm just gonna walk him away from there.
Yeah. Go and sit on a booth with him.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, come on, buddy. Come on. Let's have a chat. You and me. You know, let's flap the gums a little bit. This symbol. Hathor, right?
What?
The symbol. What's the symbol? What's this,
The yellow sigil.
Yeah, what is it?
Why are you here?
That doesn't matter. Why is that? What is that?
He's thoroughly intimidated, so he's willing to speak, and he's just like, it's the symbol of the Yellow King.
The Yellow King, okay.
It gives us his blessing and holds him near.
Yeah, it did a damn good job at, spooking the shit out of me, so here's what I'm gonna do. You're gonna tell me everything I want to know. No problems. No issues.
And then
Capiche?
his eyes flash yellow, start to glow yellow. And his demeanor goes from scared to completely calm as he sits forward. You wish to speak with me?
You know, I was... yeah, I do. Because just in his head, he's like, man, I kind of wish... fuck.
A phantom of death. An unusual occurrence.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I got some guys, unknown source, telling me that you're causing some trouble.
Oh, I know your source. I could sense it dripping from your every fiber when you drew my symbol with your mind.
Yeah. You're Hathor, right?
Hasta.
Sorry? Say it again.
I am Hasta. King,
Hastor, sorry. That's what I meant.
Future king of this world.
Hastor. Cool. Okay. Remind me then. Remind me. Oh, at least enlighten me here. What's the point? Place is a mud ball. What do you want with it?
Either you are really good at playing dumb, or you are.
You know, I'm going to take that as a compliment. I'm pretty good at what I do, and fortunately, I'm a little out of my element here. Never dealt with gods and cultists and the like, but I'm going to give it a shot because I got a lot riding on this. So I'm going to say it again. What's the point? Come on, work with me here.
Give me a charm check. Level
Right on.
5.
Level 5? Ruh-roh. Yeah. Bartender, perhaps, come into play here?
Nope.
I'm your friendly neighborhood bartender, man?
No. Yeah, no one's speaking to this man.
Yeah, he doesn't give a shit about charisma. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, I'll spend an extra 3 points on this.
All right.
All right.
Oh, I should switch off of the combat music. That's something I need to get good at, is hopping between music.
It's all gravy. It's all gravy. All right, I'm rolling it. And by the way, before I, continue this, my thing was to figure out the entire plan, right?
Yeah, your goal was to figure... You knew that this was just, like... This was one lead they had onto the cult, and they wanted to find out more and what these people were doing, They just want information, as much as they can get.
Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, as I'm doing this, can I will with telekinesis the silver thing?
Yes, you can.
I'm just gonna, as I'm talking, just kind of under the table, just kind of will that away. But from the guy who's knocked out, because who knows when he's gonna get up.
Yeah. Your hand sliding under the table as you sort of, are doing, what can be best described as the come hither movement with your fingers, slowly dragging it across in a way to not draw attention. That will be a sleight of hand check in a moment.
Okay. I'm gonna roll 8 dice down.
All right.
All right. Here's the first 5. I have That's a 6. That's a success. Okay. That's a 2. That's a 3. That's a 7. That's a 6. Okay, that's 3 successes so far. I need 5.
Yes.
Okay. That's an 8. You go for all the marbles. That's a 2. I get one more dice. Here we go. These are both the bonus dice, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the last one for all the marbles. That's a 6. Baby.
All right.
He can't be beat.
Sorry, just one moment.
Yeah. All right, all right.
Sorry, I'm making sure I want to know exactly what I tell you in this moment, because this went way differently than I expected, but in a very fun way that I can do a lot with.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Oh no, this is good. This is immediately opening up more doors than I was expecting. We're going to get opened up this soon.
So his name is Hastor?
Hester.
Hastur.
Hastur. Hester.
Oh. Oh, I see. I had to get a face to the name.
Oh, you googled the figure?
I just wanted to see what it looked like.
Yeah, no, it's good. Most of these characters are pulled from pop culture, so.
Yeah. It's cool.
Okay. Sorry, again, I'm just rereading shit super fast, like notes I had researched previously.
You're good, man.
Okay, yeah. So how many successes did you get? You passed, right?
I got exactly 5.
He smiles. I'm sure your lord already knows why I'm here.
That's the thing. I'm
I
more
am
of my own type of guy.
simple. This world is to be mine.
Okay.
Do you know
Right.
who it is you speak? To what it is you are dealing?
I'm gonna keep it frank with you then. No.
I could answer oh so many more questions if you'd simply let me in. They place their hand on the table and like yellow fire erupts from their fingers across the table, burning into it the symbol that is on the necklace. I could show you so much if you open your mind to me.
Listen. Tempting offer. You're the bee's knees here. Obviously. You've got all the cards. You seem very godlike in power, yes?
Give me sleight of hand check too.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
right.
on the silver thing.
Oh, bad. I
Yeah,
forgot. What's
sorry.
what's
You can continue your sentence. It's just a thing I'm shooting out because
You're good.
I want to know if you get that thing into your hand.
And is it Is it? What is it? How many successes?
How many successes to keep them from noticing it?
I am
Oof.
talking to them as I'm doing it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say because of that they're slightly distracted, so 4.
4. Okay. I'll add how many points I got? Is it? Looks like Twitch is a little unresponsive, so I'm not able to see what's going on. How many points do I still have, Ollie?
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
I'm gonna try and reload. I have 16 spare points or 6 spare points?
16 total points. So the 10 base plus an additional 6.
Okay. I see. Okay. Okay, I see it now. Okay, I fixed it. Okay, I'm gonna add 2 points. Let's do it.
2 points.
2 points.
All right.
Here's the first one. That's a 9. Okay. It's an 8. 5. A 5. That's an 8. Okay. Okay. We're cooking, Ollie. We're cooking. And then here are the 2 special points. That's a 7. Oh, yeah. That's 4 successes.
All right.
And the last one is for just shits and giggles of 2.
All right.
Damn, Ollie, I'm kind of cooking here. What the fuck?
Now you're cooking with cock. So,
Oh.
you slowly bring the thing over and you have it in your hand under the table now.
Yeah. Does it feel weird in my hand?
It feels like a silver implement of some kind. So, what was it you were saying to him?
He kind of, so I was saying, I'm kind of my own guy. Oh yeah, you're real tempting. You gotta say, I mean, a pinch a little bit here. You got all the cards. You're a god, aren't you?
Yes. I come
That's
from
pretty
an
nifty.
outer plane.
Okay. And gotta ask, really do. How do I know you're the real? I mean, I know you're the real deal, but like, I don't want to be the one guy signing up for the new thing. Like, where's the rest of this operation happening? I gotta know.
It's a shame you aren't willing to simply let me into your mind. It's
I'm
so much
sorry.
easier when it's a willing follower. And he's gonna
I know.
shoot up, extending his hand toward you, attempting to touch your forehead.
I'm going to go intangible.
Go intangible?
Yeah. Oh wait, hold on. First off, I have 2 actions, right?
Mm-hmm.
My first action is I'm gonna use my telekinesis to shoot the silver thing into his gut
Oh,
from my hand.
that would murder
And
a
then
person. Well, it wouldn't murder, it would hospitalize
is-
a person. So, no, you won't kill the person.
Okay. Sorry.
Oh,
I'm
wait,
just
by shoot, do you
shooting it-
mean just like make it touch them, or do you mean... Sorry, my brain thought when you said shoot was like stab them in the stomach with it, which you could actually do and it won't kill them. A stomach wound doesn't murder.
You know what? We're in a booth.
Mm-hmm.
I can have it weave around the table and then shoot his hand.
And pin his hand on the table. Oh,
Yeah.
that's fucking cool.
Yeah.
I'd call that a level, it would normally be turned into a level 2 because of them being, or because of the mild enhancement of what's going on with them. But because they're not paying attention to that and are focused on hitting you, it's a level 1 hit check like normal.
Right on. And if it doesn't, like, if it misses, intangibility.
Yes, alright. But if it hits, you can make your next decision off
Do
that.
something else. Exactly. All right. I'm not gonna add any points. I'm just gonna roll it straight. That's a 9. That's 1. That's a 9. That's 2. That's a 1. Uh-oh.
That's 1.
That's a 9. Okay.
That's
And
2
that's
again.
a 9. There we go. Oh my god. 4 9s.
So they extend their hand toward you, and you can see like the flicker of yellow forming on the tip of their finger as they're clearly doing some sort of magical action. And then you extend your hand out, and like a wisping blue like fog energy is extended around the now cobweb covered silver rod, which flies over and stabs right through his hand, pinning it to the wall. And as soon as
he kind of just flicks his hand. He doesn't like push it. He just kind of flicks it.
Yeah. Like I like to think you like sat up away from him a little to move away from the grasp, your hand moving out, and it flew like your hand went out initially, and then you just flicked your finger to move it like into the hand. You know, in like a very dramatic flared movement, you know, comic booky. And the metal, as soon as the metal makes contact with his hand, the yellow in his eyes flicks away, and his mouth starts to open as his hands pin to the wall. And you see the yellow glow in his eyes is gone, and the guy's like looking around like he's surprised at what's going on, and he's gonna reach up to try and like pull the symbol out as we enter. Or you still have another action though.
I have another action. I'm gonna just hold on to the thing and just keep it in the wall.
Yeah, you just get up and lean into it and hold it in place.
Yeah, and I'm kind of just like, listen, buddy, we've been through this.
What are you? What the fuck? What the fuck?
I told you, it's like you're seeing a ghost.
The king said this would protect from elder gods. The king said it would keep us safe. As he's like holding the things impaled on his hand.
Yeah. Oh, the stick? That would protect him. Oh. And he's kind of like, too bad I'm no elder god. Listen, I don't want to hurt you any more than I already have. Make this cool. You be cool, I'll be cool. That guy was a really nice guy. I was gonna side with you guys, actually, you know, funny enough, but he decided to get all jumpy. I want to know what I'm getting myself into.
He reaches up and pulls the necklace off, tossing it to the side. I'll tell you what you want to know.
Thank you. He will then pull the thing out of the wall.
And he's like holding his bleeding hand.
Listen, take that to an infirmary. It'll be good in the morning. Don't worry about it. Totally.
He would keep us safe. He would protect us from the others.
Listen, buddy.
We're not safe. We're not safe anymore. Nobody can be safe. If the king can't protect us, no one can protect us.
He snaps his fingers. Listen, buddy, here. And he brings the whiskey bottle over here. Take a drink. Come on, calm the nerves.
And he just takes a big swig of the bottle, setting it down.
There we go. Now,
the earth is set to be a battlefield.
Oh, a battlefield.
The gates of the beyond are opening. Hester has shown us the world beyond is opening to ours, and the gods have chosen our realm as the next world of combat.
He blinks. Like,
he said siding with him, he would win the war. He would keep us safe from the others, but he's not keeping me safe.
It's kind of a tough deal here. Listen, he kind of brings out, you know, a map. I imagine he has a map. Would I have a map of the old
the old city?
The old city?
Yeah, I will.
Possibly.
For a star point, you do. A hero point.
I have it.
Yeah,
I have
I don't want to just get. I was gonna say that's cool, but I gotta remember hero points are used to buy equipment.
Exactly, and he pulls out a map. You know, he goes into his one of his coat pockets.
Yeah, pulls out an old city map.
Flips it open. You know, and he goes, "You don't got a pen. Use your blood to put. I'm trying to find the rest of your groups."
Yeah, you like hand him the silver sigil, and he uses it like a pen.
Yeah. Like, all right, I need you to use the rest. I need you to tell me. Yeah. Where the rest of your groups are.
There was a meeting that would be happening later tonight here, and he draws a circle over an address, and you look down at it. And, you know, good comic book transition. You know, you look down at the map and at the location circle, and you're like, of course. And the text bubble of you saying that has a second arrow going off to a version of you stood outside a warehouse looking at it. The skull floating over your shoulder. This is the location. If he told you the truth, this is the location where their organization is holding a ritual to open the doors to their king.
I kept the thing, right?
If you want to have, yes.
Keep it. It's mine.
The silver symbol?
Yeah. He said it protects him from elder gods.
Did you want to grab anything else?
Some whiskey, maybe some money. Some money. It seems to be useful.
So, you're stood looking at the warehouse, and the skull's like, if what he told us is true, then they're attempting to summon their god in this world or in this area. Nice. That symbol you grabbed. It's a very valuable artifact, an elder sign. It is something that helps to protect one from the influence of outer gods. There's a lot to explain about them, but we can talk about that another time. Right now, we need to act fast. You may be able to use that to dispel any dark magic that is done. Keep it close and use it well. But be careful. Just as it can dispel the influence of the elder gods, it can weaken my influence on you and my guidance that I could use to keep you safe. In other words, if it's in your hands when you lose your plasmidic form, I cannot ensure your safety from outside forces.
Oh, I see. Okay. So I would actually, so in games terms, if I'm holding this,
if your plasmidic form runs out, your patron, the being protecting you, can pull you back to where he originally summoned you from in order to keep you safe from, being pulled into the afterlife.
Again.
But if you have the elder sign in your hand, when you lose your last heart of health, then they cannot protect you because the magic will be because when you lose your plasmidic form, you lose the ability to hold things. Meaning the last thing you are holding is a thing that protects you from outer forms. And its its effect will linger on you.
What if it's in my pocket? Would that still work?
All of your clothing is an extension of you.
Oh, I can't. Okay, so
you would need to ditch it on the ground.
Don't die.
And in general, any items you are carrying when you die are just lost on the spot where you stood. So, all your pocket change, silver symbols, anything else you've picked up will clatter to the ground. Anything that isn't spiritually linked to you.
Yeah. Alright.
You look at the warehouse and, the thought runs through your mind as you... Or how do you want to try and enter it? This is a place you have been, so you know all entrance points, i.e. I will let you conjure an entrance point of your choice.
This warehouse, right?
Yep.
And back when I was there, it was just like a skeleton of a building.
Nope, it was still a warehouse.
The warehouse?
This is an old warehouse, and it's one that you went into, one you're familiar with.
Yeah. There's a top entrance.
So you climb the ladder, and
you fly.
Oh yeah, you just fly up. What am I saying? You fly up, and so you go towards where the entrance at the top is, and as you go, I mean, I don't know why you need to find an entrance you can face through walls, but
yeah. Well, I know.
Scouting, yeah. You look through the skylight in the top, and as you look in, the middle of the night, you look down, and you think to yourself, why did it have to be here? And through the windows, we see not the warehouse as it is now, but the warehouse as it was over 100 years ago. Has inside, in the distant past, gang members haul large barrels of freshly distilled whiskey. As a large-scale smuggling operation. You snap a quick picture with the camera you were given. You have to be careful and steady. You don't want to use a flash because it would alert them, obviously. But that means that photographs of this are not going to develop very well. You need good lighting and to hold still for a long time with this old camera. Or with this new fangled camera.
Oh yeah, new fangled. It's a new...
Fingle-fongled.
Yeah.
This new fiddle-diddy.
Put them on the roof. Put them on the roof when it's daytime.
Yeah.
Snaps a pic.
You're getting the pictures as best as you can. And as you're looking, you glance over and you catch sight of somebody walking through the corner of the room. The man in spandex from the newspaper. And You know, I don't actually have. I realize I did not think about this. Who is this superhero? You know who this hero is backstory wise, but I don't think we ever named them.
We never did. We never did. You know, his name is gonna be the Ritz.
The Ritz. The
Basically, the elegant. He's the elegant.
I'm the Ritz.
I'm the Ritz.
He's very much themed like a dandy man. You know, like dressing in like a like an old-fashioned nobleman's outfit. Like has like a Zorro mask. Has his mask that he wears. He's got a little toothbrush mustache, or not toothbrush. No, what is it called? The one where it's the little points at the side, like the Frenchman mustache.
Oh yeah. The daggers? I don't know.
Yeah, the two little pointed end mustache, and he fights crime with a rapier blade.
That's funny. Yeah.
Yeah, but you catch sight of them moving through or entering the building at the corner. And at first you're thinking like, oh, what the fuck? Like, this hero's showing up to stop these criminals.
Perfect.
But then you see they seem to be talking with one of the higher ranking members of the mob group, and holds out his hand, and the two of them exchange money. And then they start to walk on, and they walk off into another room. And you know, your brain is churning. That's a good image or that's a good thing to get a proof of. You're pretty sure you just saw one of the costumed vigilantes taking a bribe from mob.
Oh yeah, he's gonna crank his camera just for taking my job, jackass, and snaps the picture.
Oh, he already walked into another room while you were cranking. So you can't see it from the skylight where you like the skylight entrance.
He cranks it, and then when he looks back to take the picture, he's like, damn it. All right.
I'm drawing up a map of the warehouse right now.
Comes the hard way. As he climbs down the ladder.
Yeah.
I like to imagine when he was getting there as a ghost, like he starts to climb the ladder, and he's like, wait a minute.
Yeah. So, here is all of the doors. You mentioned that there was a roof access, though. So hang on, give me a second. Let me make sure I'm drawing on the right layer. I was not. How do I want to do this? I know how I want to do this. Hang on. So that's the base. And then the next one up. Oops. What am I doing? I'm using the wrong tool. That's what I'm doing wrong. So I'm going to use blue to mark the second level of the warehouse. I'm trying to draw this super fast. Sorry.
You're good, bro.
So the second floor is a catwalk that wraps around the building, and a second floor that's above sort of an office space on the lower floor, you know? The staircase up and down is where I'm going to put the arrow. Oop. There's a staircase up and down there. The catwalk actually also runs through here. And I'm going to put a little X where the roof access is. That is way too thick right now. Oh, that is not the size I wanted. And yeah, and then there would be like a foreman's office. Oops. That is like There we go. So yeah, the blue. I should do a different color than blue. Duh, I'm on a blue background. I just looked over and realized that.
You're good. I was thinking that. I was like,
There we go. Pink. That pops a lot. Oh, will pop a lot more.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's because on my background I'm drawing on, it's a gray color that I'm green screening out.
Yeah.
So I forget that it's being projected onto a blue, sky blue background.
Yeah. I was like,
Alright. Yeah.
Alright.
So
I
the
come
lower
down
warehouse is just swarming with mafia members and stuff, and like and a bunch of crates and other things. Like it's like if this was a video game, it'd be like the obvious stealth level layout. But I would just say navigating in the lower level will just require a generic stealth check. But because you said there was a roof access when I told you to pick one access point to the building, since you're already on the roof, you can go over to the roof access. You know, you'll basically be right next to the upper foreman's office area.
And is that where the hero went?
The hero went from the door in the upper right corner to the one right below it, still on the ground floor. You don't know if these two rooms connect in any way.
Okay.
So when you enter, you're entering at the X.
Yes, I see it. So he jumps down,
Mm-hmm.
you know, in there. You know, sneaking.
There's nobody immediately guarding this area, so you can easily just make your way to the door that's right there.
You know what? He acts like he's meant to be here.
Yeah, you're just gonna stand up and act casual?
Yeah.
Alright.
He's this deep in. How would someone this deep in, you know, not be part of the group?
If you get seen, you will definitely need to pass a bluff check of a high level. I will say that.
Of course.
So, you go over and you like peek into that office that's right near you, the second floor office area.
Yeah.
Which from the skylight you could see like the entire left wall area of it between the two doors was all windows to let them look down at the work happening below, and the walkways are all metal grating that you can see through. You know, you look in, you know, getting a little bit better of a look than what you got initially, and it's like words, I can speak them. The area is laid out as sort of like a, you know, an office space where there's a desk that's laid out and like some seating, some water coolers and stuff. And there is, in fact, a staircase in it. Right here. That you could, you know, and as you're looking in, you can see they're making their way up that staircase right now. The
people?
Yeah, the costumed vigilante and the crime boss. What's the name of the crime boss?
Don Calzone.
Don Calzone of the Rocket Mafia.
Exactly. The Rocket Mafia?
Yep. Or the Racket Mafia, I should say.
The racket.
Racket.
Rocket. Oh, rocket? Like Russian?
Yeah, the Rockets Mafia.
Rocket Mafia. Nice.
Or, not Russian, but insert country alternative name.
Oh, yeah.
If Russia is one of the countries I haven't given an alternative name to.
Yeah, the ones next to Dodgerland.
Yeah.
Doggerland.
Oh, man, this would be when they would still have a czar.
Yeah.
Huh. Because it's pre-communist revolution, I'm pretty sure. Is it pre-communist revolution? I think it is.
Oh no.
Wait, when did the... No, hang on. History is not my strong suit.
Last of Russia.
When was the Russian Communist Revolution?
1918 was the last Tsar of Russia. Nicholas II.
Oh yeah, no, so, okay. The Communist Revolution did in fact already occur a couple of years ago. Yeah, so they are freshly communist, the nation.
Yeah.
It's Communia.
Communia?
Communia.
Communia.
Communia. The communist nation. Communia. There we go. Boom, boom. Not Soviet Russia, Communia.
As he
It's canon.
yeah, right on. He starts to make his way over, you know, kind of like looking around, making sure
Yeah, well,
there's nobody around.
yeah,
but
they're
making sure-
they're
acting
coming
like
up
he-
the staircase into the office. Are you just gonna walk in the office?
Oh, they're. Oh, I'm.
Yeah.
Not, oh,
As you
okay,
look in, they're walking up the staircase, and it's just one big office. So I assume you like
Right on.
creep back a little.
He's gonna creep back and listen.
I really appreciate you hang on, no, that. I really appreciate you taking out taking out our competition. Of course, so long as I can keep getting a cut of all this booze cash you're flowing in, and of course I can get a little bit of my wine, I have no problems with it. Yes, we have a fresh barrel set aside for you. A whole barrel? That hardly seems necessary, but I'm not going to turn it down. As they go over and they're like lifting up a little barrel that's like marked with like French symbols, like the markings of like a French company, you know, a French wine company.
Yeah.
Or sorry, not French.
Russian
no,
vodka.
the French equivalent nation. Napoleona. I don't know what I'm gonna call it.
Napoleona?
No, I don't know what I'm gonna call it. The French equivalent nation.
Insert nation.
Insert France.
Yes.
Oh wait, you know what? I'm allowing fictional countries, so of course France would be real.
Oh yeah, perfect.
We all know there's no such thing as French.
Yeah, come on, man. Who's French?
Therapist, the French can't hurt you. They aren't real. The French, oui, baguettes.
Oui, monsieur. All right.
Sorry. Yeah, you know, they're exchanging, you know, he's like talking with them, you know, they're putting up the barrel, and he's just like, fantastic vintage. Come, let us celebrate. As he's you know, gonna go over and start to like reach around, and he pulls out from his like pouch that he has like the stuff needed to screw into the side of a barrel. Go get some cups, or go get some cups from my shelf. Go get some cups from my shelf. He nods to one of the thugs behind him, and they are going over, and you know, to the wall that's toward the door you're on. They're walking over. I'm gonna need a level 2 stealth check.
Oh, because I'm there. Yeah.
Yeah, because they're walking toward the door you're tucked behind.
I'm just gonna roll it straight. All right, here's the first one. That's an 8.
Oh yeah, a worthwhile reminder that you are allowed to, after you have successfully passed a check, you can then be like, actually, I fail, and get star points based off of the original difficulty of the check. I.e., if you pass this, then choose to fail, you get 2 star points.
Yeah. I rolled 2 successes. I'm gonna choose to succeed here.
All right, you got 2 successes and you pass. So you slip back a little bit, and the thugs grab some wine glasses from the shelf, and they all go, you know, they go over, and the dandy, no, not the dandy, the Ritz, not the dandy,
okay.
The Ritz.
He could be the dandy. The dandy is a better name.
No, I like the Ritz, honestly.
Okay.
The Ritz, he like starts to screw, and he's like, the part you need to always remember with fine wine is that you need to aerate it before you drink it. It's all in the pour method. As he takes the wine glasses and is sort of twirling the wine glasses as they fill up, and he fills.
Billy rolls his eyes.
He fills the cups for all of them, and you know it's him, the mob boss, and like 2 other thugs, and they all clink glasses to a long, what will hopefully be a long and prosperous relationship between the 2 of us. You know, they start to sip the wine. Do you want to try and snap that picture?
Oh yeah.
No. You take.
I already have it cranked.
Yeah, you pull it
Ready,
out.
ready.
You snap the picture. You know, the little like click sound playing. And like unbeknownst to you, as you take the picture, his ear sort of twitches a little, and his eyes glance in your direction. And he finishes the drink, and he's like, he finishes. Excuse me, just a moment. I think I may have dropped my cigarettes. And he's going to turn and start to walk out the door, like north of him. A couple of them glance at the guy, or everyone just being like, all right, now sipping their drinks. Are you gonna like? Sorry, what?
So he walked out the door. Did I notice that he noticed me?
You did not. That was for the audience.
That was for. I see. Okay, making sure. Then he goes.
You're pretty sure you got the pictures you need.
All right.
So go to slip out the way you came.
Oh yeah.
And you you start to climb the ladder, and as you get partway up it, like a stab wobble sound has right where you're about to put your hand to the ladder, a rapier has stuck into the wall.
He kind of looks back.
It seems as though we have a guest. Please come, have a drink. He's still holding the wine glass in his hand as he pulls out his second rapier, because he fights with 2 rapiers normally.
Oh yeah, just like everyone does.
Please come, have a drink.
You know me. Always good for a good drink. Oh, sorry, hold on, no. He goes, we must see, he does a
Russian accent.
Yeah.
Give me a charisma check of level 5.
Yeah. He's gonna roll it. Ooh, that's a pass. That's a 6. That's an 8. Oh my god. A 3. I've already failed. Let's see if we can get a 10 here. That's 10. Oh my god. So that's a 7. Oh my god, it's a 9. I got 5 successes.
You actually got 5?
I'm gonna fail.
Hang on. I want that screenshot. You had so many good successes that I'm, no offense, I'm just like, how has he passed every skill check all session?
No, you're good. You're good. Hold on. How do I? Wait, I rolled an extra one. Never mind.
You cheated!
It was an accident! It was an accident!
You cheated!
I rolled 7 instead of 6. I'm sorry. Don't kill me. No, yeah. No, I failed that one. I'm sorry. I rolled 4. Sorry, never mind.
Yeah. So they all sort of, you know, he looks at you and he like motions to the door, basically telling you to go into that room. Do you listen, or are you gonna climb out?
There's a rapier next to me.
Yeah. You don't know how it's a sword fight, but
no, but you know, I've fought with a pool cue. Same thing, right?
You're just gonna pull the rapier from the wall.
I'm gonna pull it from the wall, and then I'm gonna throw it at him. I'm gonna fly at him, and I'm gonna crawl out. You know.
All right, we're officially entering turn-based format. Give me a throw check.
Yay!
A sword throw check. Disadvantage.
I imagine. Everything.
So you roll like normal, and then whatever total number of successes you get, you subtract 1.
Okay. So I rolled. You said how many successes?
I didn't specify how many successes I needed, and this is a skill check where I'm going to choose not to.
Cool. That's a fail. That's a 4. That's a 3. That's a 5. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's a 9. Yo. That's 2 successes, man.
I should switch to combat music.
Oh, but sorry, but I get -1, so that's 1 success. I think I got it.
So what was your total?
1 success with the already counting the thing. I rolled a 9 and a 6.
So it was 2 turned into 1 by disadvantage.
Yes.
You
Yes.
throw the sword and quickly begin to climb the ladder, and you reach for the latch on the door, and then a sword stabs through the latch, pinning the little hanging handle down. So you would normally have to lift the latch up, but the sword is sort of stopping you from being able to lift the hatch up. As you look, and he's still holding one sword in the wine glass.
How the fuck?
Off camera, or out of your sight.
It.
No, you threw the sword at him, and he threw the sword he had in his hand in the air, caught the one you threw it up to seal the door, and then caught the original sword again.
This guy's good.
Again, I am going to have to ask that you come and have a drink. And you now notice a couple of guys have like come up and are behind him holding Tommy guns.
Jeez.
You hear from the distance, get some guys on the roof, get some guys on the roof.
Well, right on. As he slides down the ladder.
You go into the back area, and as you're walking, narrator bubbles of like your monologue come up, and it's just like, you should have figured after a while it'll all catch up with you. That or that eventually someone would catch you in your investigations, and you'd meet a grisly end, which you never expected. And we have the image of the last image is of like the flashback panels is Ritz holding a metal pipe and walking toward you, that you'd go out like this. And then we cut to the present where you are a ghost. And you're on the roof
looking at it like,
yeah, you're on the roof looking down, the panel that initially took us to the past. And you can see there's a bunch of guys in silken yellow robes, all in a big circle. On the ground, there's a sigil. What layer did I put that on?
good question, Ollie.
What's up?
If I were to go intangible, then all the stuff I have right now just drops. Down to me, right?
You can you make things intangible with you?
I don't know if I can do that yet.
Yeah, I don't know if we ever discussed
That's pretty
that.
advanced. We didn't. And I would say that's pretty advanced.
I think that's going to be something you can buy with a level up further in.
Yeah, I agree. So I'd say so everything, if I go intangible would
so meaning you would also lose the little elder sign.
Yes.
And if you can't turn other things invisible with you yet either.
Yeah. That makes sense.
So if you went invisible right now, people would see floating whiskey.
Yeah. Just whiskey in my gut.
Right.
Right.
Oh, I can see the piss in your bladder.
Shut up, mate. Ghosts don't piss.
Oh, I sure hope ghosts piss.
Oh.
I don't want to live in a world where I can't drink ghost piss.
Fucking Ollie.
Yeah, so there's 12 guys in a circle around this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, I'm just gonna say 8 because I don't want to rebalance because I did the balancing wrong. And there's one man stood in the center, and he's holding like a writhing sack, and they're all like stood around. Hathor Hoyald, Hadnadaya, Oshalata, Haithatan, Alsenalhath. All just
Ollie?
chanting.
Did my camera die with me? Do I have my camera?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes, you would have your camera with you.
Okay. That's a secret tool we'll use for later. As
Luigi Mangione putting Monopoly dollars in his pocket after playing with his friends. It's a secret tool we'll use later.
he He sits there, at the same spot.
As far as you can tell, the guys in the circle are the only purple people here.
Hmm.
Purple here.
Purple?
There's no other purples.
Oh, man. No perps. He knows where he can get a better view, and he opens the latch door.
Mm-hmm.
He opens the latch door.
Yep, and start to make your way down stealthily.
Yeah.
They are so caught up in the ritual, a stealth check is not required while you're on the top level.
Perfect. I'm just looking through the overseer's area where they can like look.
Yeah, going into the office and looking out.
Yeah, he kind of looks around the office. It's changed.
Yeah, it's obviously not the same furniture layout as it was 100 years ago.
Yeah.
God, it's crazy to think the 1920s were 100 years ago. That's bananas.
Holy
Prohibition is 100 years old.
Yikes.
NASCAR is 100 years old. I don't know if that's true. The origins of NASCAR. NASCAR began as prohibition runners racing each other with alcohol and shit, and like that's the origins of NASCAR more or less. And as prohibition ended, the people who were like professional alcohol runners were like, well, how can I make a living off of driving really good? Let's make this a sport.
That's funny. That's really funny. Well, he sits there, staring down, reminiscing a little bit on the area.
I'm realizing they wouldn't just have it as a normal ritual circle. You carry on. I'm just changing the layout of the ritual circle here.
As he starts to make his way over, and there's only the ritual guys, right? Or at least from what I know.
Yes.
All right. Not died twice here now, shall we? As he starts to kind of, apprehensively make his way. He didn't bother grabbing the amulet the guy dropped because he didn't. Well, the last time he tried touching one of those, he lost life. So
yeah.
He didn't grab one.
You took incredible damage.
Oh yeah.
And now there's a big version of that circle drawn on the ground, or of that symbol. So this is actually the layout of their ritual circle. The dots are all people. I should make them a different shade of yellow so they're more distinguished.
Oh, it's okay. It paints the picture. So they are in, and there's a wriggling bag.
Yep, the guy in the middle over the center of the circle is holding a writhing sack in his hand.
Is the ritual circle glowing?
No.
It's not?
Yeah, it's just like yellow paint on the ground, the ritual symbol.
Can I make a perception on the bag? Is it like a person writhing in there, or would I know?
It is not big enough to be a person. The man is easily holding the writhing bag in their hands.
Oh, okay.
It's a little bigger than a backpack.
Okay, it's like an animal. I see.
Or an infant.
Or an Ooh. Well, I didn't think of it. Kind of. Is that where he died? Where the ritual's being held?
No, you died in the room you're stood in right now.
I see.
Or in the room directly below the one you're stood in.
Okay. He what items are in the room? Is it still like a warehouse? Is there still a bunch of stuff?
Yeah, this is clearly a still in use warehouse you are in.
I am going to. Is there a glass bottle?
For a hero point, there is.
I mean, like, not next to me, like somewhere in the room, or is there anything like that small that I can manipulate in the room.
Oh, there's loads of small things you can manipulate. Actually, yeah, realistically there would be. What do you want to do?
I can throw my voice with my perception manipulation, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So you know how like I'm like on the far right, on the far left, I want to grab something that makes a lot of noise, metallic, or if it doesn't make a lot of noise, if I were to throw it, make it hit something that'll make a lot of noise, and then throw my voice to say "shit, fuck, god damn it," as like I
So you're gonna
make noise
at the far end of the warehouse. You're gonna use telekinesis to knock an item over, and then your like manipulation of sense. Okay, so there's one,
and,
two,
like, make
three.
it seem like I'm over there.
There are 9 guys.
Okay.
So, you're going to do a skill check, and you will need 9 successes to get all 9 of them to hear the voice. Every
Okay.
success is another guy to hear the voice. They will all hear the thing falling and breaking.
Well, I don't need all of them, do I?
Yeah. The more people you're attempting to manipulate at once, the harder it is. But it's also like you can focus it in and just be like, I'm just going to make 2 guys hear it.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to particularly aim for the guy in the middle with the bag.
Mm-hmm.
He seems like the leader, and then the guy closest. Those are the 2. If I were to get 2,
The guy closest to where?
the sound. So like the guy at the.
And you're making the sound in like the top left corner?
Yes.
All
Because
right.
I'm in the top right corner, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to add how many? Got 3.
Well, you only need 1 success. Also, I do not need to be playing battle music anymore.
Oh, right on, my bad.
No, you're bad. I'm the one who's the music dictator.
I'm going to be rolling with no bonuses here. Straight. Okay, here's the first one. That's a 6.
Let me see if I can't get some slightly more fitting music.
That's a 2. And that's a 2. So I've gotten 3 successes. 6, 9, and a 9.
Is this better?
So I guess the 3 people I would like to manipulate then. The guy in the middle, the guy on the top right, and the guy next to him.
Here we go. This feels like more fitting music. Sorry, I just swapped over to a more vibe. So, sorry, which 4?
No, 3. I only got 3 successes.
Okay. Okay, so
I want
the guy at the end of the top spike and the one next to him
Yep.
and the guy in the middle. Okay.
Yes. They seem like the people who would most likely be affected.
Yeah.
The
2 at the edge of the circle sort of look over, and the man in the they all sort of realize there's a sound, and the man in the middle, he's like, "You two,
God damn it! Fuck!
you two, go figure out what that is quickly before we're caught." And they're gonna scurry off to the side, and these 2 sort of readjust what they're doing, their positioning, to go like this, and this one over here is gonna scurry up here.
Oh, so they're still keeping the...
It seems that they're trying to rearrange the balance quickly, as those 2 are running off. And yeah, I will say, after just a few seconds, they'll look around, see like the knocked over thing, and they will rush out the door.
Rushing... Oh, to chase after me. Okay, I see.
Yeah, trying to find whoever must have escaped in their mind.
Yeah. I'm going to then... the main guy.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever is moving right now seems important.
All right.
So as they're like quickly shuffling, they're like frantic, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try. Is there like a wet substance on the floor?
For a hero point, you can. I will allow there to be something wet. Random objects to knock over? Yeah, no, that's fine. But like wet things,
a random object.
That's gonna cost something.
A random object, since they're probably not paying attention to where they're like running. Well, I guess they are. You know.
Yeah.
But like, one of the random objects on the floor. I would like to manipulate a random object
Mm-hmm.
to
Create
hit the
moisture.
main guy.
Oh, wait,
Hit
sorry,
the main
sorry,
guy
sorry.
in the back of the head.
Oh, you're just gonna throw a random object. You're not gonna try and create wetness on the ground?
No.
Okay, hang on, let me give you back your star point.
Oh, sorry. No. I just, I was just asking if there was anything on the ground. Like if there was water, I'd have him slip on.
Yeah,
it.
I said for a hero point there is. If you
Yeah,
want
it's
there to
fine.
be.
I'll just manipulate a rock or something.
Yeah, like one of the random small objects that would be reasonably sitting around in a warehouse.
Yeah. Hit the main guy. And then try and like
give me a level 1 skill check for that.
Cool. And
we're gonna officially enter turn-based format with this.
Yeah.
They are doing a ritual and you do not know how long it will take.
Yes. And was the previous one an action? Or do I now have officially 2 actions?
Yeah, starting now you get 2 actions. So
okay.
throwing the object is 1.
So I'm gonna roll straight. That's a 5. That's a 9. That's a pass. A 1. Uh-oh.
This is gonna be your first failed check of the session.
When I failed one earlier, man. Come on, man.
But did you fail one earlier? Oh yeah.
I failed
the sword throw.
That doesn't really count. That was scripted.
Well, no. If you had rolled high enough, you would have achieved what you were trying to do.
Right on. Well, he did not pass.
How many successes did you get?
I got 1 success, and then I got 1 fail. Well, 1 crit fail.
All right. I mean, for a hero point, that you can make out a pass by removing the crit fail.
True. But I'm gonna take it.
All right.
I'm gonna take the L here.
So
I'll say for that conundrum earlier when I misread my dice.
All right. Words.
A rock just goes flying and hits
Yeah,
something.
it just like sort of bounces through the ritual circle, and like some of them look over, and he's like, the leader, he turns aside, like, figure out what's happening, scour the room. We need to know how many are here. And with that, boom, 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 a bunch of them are gonna start going out and looking around, and these ones are all just gonna sort of stand like this, and they're almost seemingly like hurrying their incantation and speaking faster and worried. And I'm gonna go ahead and quickly do this. The red lines, in order to move through a zone, I'm just gonna turn off the upper floor for now.
Okay.
To cross a red line is an action.
Okay.
Shoop. 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 And now let me grab the U from earlier.
Yeah.
Now you're like up in this zone. And let me just go ahead and number the zones for you.
Where are you? I would like to see where you put me, because that's good.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Could I be like closer to the wall?
Exact positioning in the zone doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. As long as I'm just in the zone.
Yeah. So the trackers are more so just to track the general area people are in most of the time. But like, if you're in a zone, you're just in that zone. You know,
yeah.
Because moving anywhere within here is a minor action. It doesn't spend action points.
And it's dark here, isn't it?
Yes, and you are a shadowy black entity, so it is very easy for you to hide. I'm gonna say, first thing you're going to have to do is a level 0 stealth check.
Cool.
Before anything else.
I do have my last action.
Yeah, you do have a second action, you're right. So you can take that action before you have to perform the stealth check.
I'll just do the stealth first.
Okay.
That's fine. That's a 2. That's a 7.
If you try and maneuver in stealth, every time you cross a zone, it costs 1 action to move and to maintain your stealth. So when sneaking, it's 2 actions to cross a zone.
Okay. Well, I see.
Because you're moving carefully and quietly, you maneuver slower.
Even while flying in a dark room?
Yes.
As a shadowy black figure? Okay, makes sense. Want to bump into some aerial machinery?
Yeah. You don't want to bump into Ariel from The Little Mermaid?
Yeah. She'll be like, part of your what? So I got 3 successes.
3 successes?
Yes.
So you are maintaining hit. You are well hidden. None of them are noticing you. What do you do with your second action?
Second. It's dark. So I can't move out of the zone right now then, right?
You can. It just takes both your actions.
Well, I used one.
Oh, yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, so you cannot move out of this zone currently.
So... I'm gonna trip out one of them.
Just trip them and make them fall?
No. I'm gonna perception manipulation.
Oh, trip out.
Create a... I was gonna say a embodiment of the god, but I don't want to lose another life.
Yeah. You also don't know what their god looks like.
True. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to create the Ritz.
Create the Ritz.
And put him in front of the guy on the top left corner.
Oh my god.
Just for him to trip him out.
I found the intruder! Which will draw attention. And at the start of next round, all of the guys searching are now all up in zone 1. You know, being like, well, where is he? What do you see? What do
you see?
Where is she?
Say, have a glass of wine with me, will you? He says.
Oh, he's just like, right here. And they're like, what the fuck are you talking about? Meanwhile, you get 2 actions.
Ooh. If I were to get out of sneak right now,
you can move you can move into the next zone and then do another action.
Would they?
But you will
me?
immediately be spotted.
Okay. Right on. Then I mean, I've tripped out one of them, haven't I? Y'all think they're going crazy.
All right.
I'm gonna have... Ooh, how do I want to do this? I can make this... The thing in the bag is still wriggling, right?
Yes. And the man is holding it aloft over his head. Sort of holding it over the middle of the sigil.
I'm gonna... Since they're all focused on that, my little silver thing, I'm gonna let it fly into his back.
You're gonna fly the little symbol, like, into the man's back?
Yeah. Well,
Level 2 check.
You got it.
To manipulate it well over the long distance.
Oh yeah, huge distance. I'm not gonna spend any points here. That's a 2. That's a 2. That's a 3. Oh my god. That's a 7. That's a 2. Unfortunately, I failed. Even though they're not paying attention to me. I can turn one of those into successes, right?
So hang on, what was your total?
I got 1 success. I can turn one of them into success for a point?
No, you can only remove crashing failures for a point. So you can buy another die for 2 points.
Fuck it, we'll do it.
Remember, at the start of every session, hero points will always reset to 10.
Yes, okay.
So they're worth burning.
I'll buy 2 dice.
2 dice, so that's 4 points.
Actually, just 1 dice, sorry.
Just 1 die? Okay.
We'll see. Maybe I'll
1
add
die
one
for
after.
2 points.
Yeah. Booyah. That's a 6.
So that's 2 successes. You fly the object across the room, and you know, stick it to the man's back, like push it against his back.
And does the ritual stop?
I mean, they're all still chanting.
But his chant failed. So the guy in the middle.
I mean, you don't know.
Oh, I'm stabbing him with it.
Oh, you're stabbing him with it.
Okay, I'm telekinetically, because it worked with the other guy.
Okay, for some reason I thought you were just pressing it against his back.
Oh, sticking him with it.
So you stab him in the back. He drops the cat and falls down, holding himself. And you know, the others immediately look worried for a brief moment. And as his blood begins to trickle, they begin to say the chanting faster.
Uh-oh. So he dropped the cat. Does it escape?
Oh wait, did I say what it was?
Yeah, you did.
Whoops, my bad. He drops the bag.
Drops a bag of something.
He drops the bag is cinched shut. I did not mean to say what was in the bag. It's a wriggling, writhing mass in a sack.
Yeah. And they start chanting faster.
Yeah, they're panicked, and clearly there's like a thought of like, should we do something? But then they're just like, no, just keep. Clearly they logicked out to just keep doing the ritual in their head. One of them's attention is drawn back. The other one is yelling at his friend who is seeing things.
Yeah, the guy who is on the tip, right? He's still seeing things.
Actually, realistically, I should make you always dedicate 1 action to maintaining an illusion.
Well, I dropped it. Sorry.
Okay.
When he said like, "Oh, I see it."
Okay.
And they all go, "Where?" And he looks back, and it's gone.
Yeah, there's what?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's very clearly a worried panic emerging now as the sack falls in the middle of the circle.
Perfect. I'm gonna drop. I'm gonna drop my stealth, and I'm gonna walk to zone 3.
You start walking toward the symbol, and they're all looking over, and there's an immediate like worry. Has one of the ones who's not in the circle draws a silver symbol. Stay back! The elder sign, you know it to be.
Can I manipulate the one that I have stabbed in his back to me?
Yes.
Cool. Is that free, or is that just...
well, it would cost an action, realistically, actually. So
the next turn.
Yeah. You step forward. Do you want to say something?
Listen, I'm putting the kibosh on your whole deal here. Sorry, not sorry.
An enemy, a cult. Who do you serve?
Me, myself, and I. And this bottle of whiskey, as he pulls it out.
And then the man's blood trickles onto the side of the symbol, and suddenly the whole symbol turns red.
Oh.
And there's an immediate look as they're all looking to each other. You know, Hood's hiding their expressions as they're all looking at each other. You know, like, is that good? Is that bad? It seems like they don't realize what's happening. And one of them's gonna break formation and go over to his friend. Are you all right?
Is it my action now?
Yeah, we're now, and so all the NPCs' actions are bewilderment and nervousness, and you now have 2 actions. They are doing nothing with their turn.
So, first action, rip that out of his back. And then make it go down to the sigil.
As it touches the sigil turns yellow again.
You.
You notice the sack has stopped writhing.
Oh. The sack has stopped writhing.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. Kind of goes
Schrodinger's sack.
okay.
What do you do with your second act? Oh shit. Or
Well,
yeah,
actually,
your
how
second
deep
action.
can I embed this into the floor?
The silver.
Yeah.
That would be a strength, well, a telekinetic strength check. So you just roll 5 dice, and the better you roll, the more like embedded you can get it.
Would that have been the same action as me, like pulling it out and throwing it into the floor?
I will allow that.
Cool. Then I will roll it.
You can tell as you get close, you realize this is definitely paint. By the way, the yellow stuff. It's just normal paint.
It turned red though.
It's that paint from video games that they use to mark up climbing surfaces.
Oh yeah, totally. Bright yellow and in your face. That's
completely unsubtle.
That's a 9. That's 2. That's a 9. That's a 5. So 2 successes.
You are able to like stick it into the ground a little bit. All right. Yeah, which end are you sticking with facing up? The I lost the sigil symbol. Where did this? There it is. That's how I lost it.
Let me look. It's like pointed out, right?
The one end is more rounded, the lower end in this image, and the upper end is more sharp. It's not like razor sharp, but it's the sharper end.
Yeah. Which do you think would be the hardest to pull out? The razor one? Or not the razor, the sharp end? I would think that.
Yeah, you would likely get a little bit more penetration.
I would say then that's the end he would stick in. Just to get as much as possible.
Yeah.
And, like hopefully like the pieces like kind of get caught in the stone. You know?
Yeah.
Or the stick that parts that stick out.
So what about your second action?
Second action. He kind of looks. The other guy has one of those sigils on him. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Goes, cracks his non-existent bones. You boys want to dance? Let's dance. He's gonna reach to his chest.
Mm-hmm.
And then something tugging at his chest as he rips out a lead pipe from his heart.
Yeah. Yeah. Although, I did have a thought of, now that I gave the guy a rapier, we could make it that, or do you want to stick with the lead pipe we originally discussed?
A rapier that he doesn't know how to use.
Fair. Alright. You rip a rusty...
He had a lead pipe in his hand when he was walking up to me.
Yeah, but I had thought about it. I was like, we could give you a fucking cool ghost sword if we wanted to. Was the realization I had.
True.
What do you like more thematically, metal pipe or ghost sword?
Considering he hates the sword.
Metal pipe?
Yeah, it's the metal pipe.
Alright. Yeah, you were beat to death with a metal pipe.
Mm-hmm. All the goons.
It was actually there were multiple people with metal pipes were all beating you to death, but the hero got the final strike, and that metal pipe is now now embedded in your soul, because it was the weapon you were murdered with. Cool dramaticness. You now have a metal pipe in your hand.
Oh yeah. And he kind of like taps it to his hand, like, we can do this the easy way, boys, or we can do it the hard way. Choice is yours.
Give me an intimidation check of level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oop. I'll add 2 dice to that, my friend.
Okay.
You know, let's make it 3 dice. 3 dice.
Adding 3 dice to it?
Yeah.
Now I get to show the cool underlayer of the hero points.
Hell yeah, that's why I did it.
Ooh, cool underlayer. Oh.
I love underlayers.
I like to yell, we love underlayers when I walk to JCPenney.
Oh, wow. Alright, I'm gonna roll it now. Here's 1. That's a 4. That's a fail. 10.
Why does that guy talk about how much he likes looking at underwear?
2. 8. 4. So how many successes I need?
6.
Okay, I've rolled 6 dice so far. I've got 2 successes. 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That 4 and that 9 were bought. And I've got a 10, so I have 3.
You bought 3 dice, so there should be 8 rolls total.
1, 2, 3.
Well, 9 counting the 10 that burst.
Yes. So here's. So yeah, this is my last one. That's a 7. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then here's the burst. That's a 2. So I got 5. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
All right, which isn't enough, but you can buy another die for 2 points.
True. That is very true, Ulrich. Very true. Nah. We'll leave it how it is.
So you said you just got 4 successes?
Yeah, just 4.
These 4 scurry away.
The ones farthest?
Yep.
Okay.
But as they leave, 2 come back.
Oh yeah, the guys who came back from later.
Yeah, the ones who left earlier return. What's going on? Who is this? And they look, they see their friend injured. And as we enter the next round, they, without hesitation, are both going to pick up weapons and enter your zone. They spent their whole turn running to you, so they cannot attack you yet. Damn goons, they still... meanwhile, the other goon is going to join this one, and they're going to start dragging their injured friend away.
And they picked up the silver things, right? That's their weapons?
No, they just picked up random rubble.
Oh, okay.
Or not, you know, like a board of wood and like a crowbar.
Hey, nice crowbar. Oh, they're running away.
Yeah, a bunch of them ran away. They're trying to get their injured friend to safety.
And I stopped the ritual. As far as I know.
Seemingly. The bag is no longer writhing.
Did it stop writhing when it hit the floor?
It stopped writhing. Give me a perception check.
Okay. Just because... what is it? Because it didn't bleed. I'm gonna roll 5, just straight 5. That's 10. That's 4. That's 4. That's 10. That's 7. 2 bursting dice. That's a 7. That's a 4. So I got 4 successes.
4 successes?
Yes, 2 10s, 2 7s.
The cat stopped, sorry, the sack stopped moving when the sigil turned red.
I see.
The sack of indeterminate origin, because I'm a good DM who doesn't spoil their own elements.
Don't you worry about it. My turn, right?
Yes.
I got a lead pipe.
You gonna pipe these boys?
I'm gonna beat one of them's heads in.
Roll an action.
All right.
Or roll an attack.
I have an extra dice because I have a cool thing.
Your like brawler skill or something like that.
Yeah. All right, that's some roll 6. Here's 1.
You know how there's like the fighting style way of the drunken fist? I'm like that, but I have like a porn star situation going on, the way of the drunken cock.
Right.
I get belligerently hammered before I have sex.
Right on. That's the best way. I got 2 successes.
2 successes?
Yes, sir.
So they come running at you, you draw the pipe, and you swing it, bashing one in the head, and he falls like a sack of potatoes, and you swing it down to the leg of the other, making him fall down, and like, as he's falling and his head's gonna crack into the pavement, you swing the pipe over and his head hits the pipe first, slowing his descent and making that be the first thing he hits. Has the phantom pipe, doesn't cause long-term damage to the body, but to the soul. So they're unconscious and not dead.
Right on.
Both their brains damaged in a way where they'll struggle to remember this night.
And,
you still have another action. There's one guy here because he was holding the door for his friend.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
What are you
I'm
gonna
going
do?
to...
The sack lies still in the center of the sigil.
I'm gonna draw my gun. It was in the center. He dropped it
Right in the dead center
center?
of the sigil.
He didn't stagger forward at all?
Nope, he stabbed in the back and he sort of fell to his knees and dropped the sack.
Oh, and he was in dead center. You're right. Okay. I'm going to knock out 2 of them. That guy. I'm gonna shoot that guy in the head.
Alright. Give me a skill check, level 1.
Since he's like holding the door open, you know, I just don't want him to escape. I don't want him to forget the night. You know? Alright, I'm not adding anything. That's a 1. Uh-oh. That's an 8. Perfect. 3. Perfect. An 8. Perfect. 2. Alright. 1 success.
You blast them in the head and they collapse like a sack of potatoes. Like a yellow sack.
And EOT.
Alright, do you go up to the... What are you gonna do?
We'll go to
Combat
the bag.
is over.
We'll go to the bag. Gingerly grab it out of the... You know, use my pipe to kind of like...
Open
does it have like a loop? Does it have a loop?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like bring it out. I use the pipe to get it out of the loop and then put it to the floor and then I open it.
A giant tentacle monster emerges from it and does Japanese things to you.
Uh-oh.
No, I'm kidding.
I'm like,
there's a little white cat inside, looking up to you with its big blue eyes.
okay.
It looks very confused and nervous as it's curled up in the sack. Like pulled, you know, pedaled back, scared cat. You can see a little glint as it has a like a leash, or not a leash, a collar.
What's on the collar?
Karma.
Karma's a bitch. And does it have an address?
Again, like pick it up and look.
Yeah.
Just a name. And the cat, like, as you're holding the cat, it sort of like sniffs it and nuzzles into you a little bit.
He looks at the cat. Kind of remembers it turned red. Well, at least the sigil did. His name is Haster, right?
Yeah.
Haster, if you're in there, just make it known.
Cat sat, like, just nuzzled, like, you can feel it purring in your hands.
Good thing I'm dead. I was allergic to cats. That's feeling his nose feel twitchy.
You kept your cat allergy.
That's funny.
That's a hero point right there. It would be if, I'll mark it up if it becomes necessary to mark it up, but we're getting close to the end, so
yeah, of course.
Would you want to search the building more or anything, or are you just gonna head out?
Yeah. Of course he wants to search the building. Where he died first.
Or actually, wait. You would actually not find anything of interest upon searching the whole building through.
Well, he still wants to go where he died.
Yeah. All right, go ahead.
And where is it? Is it just some warehouse?
It is the storage room on the lower floor underneath the office is where you died.
Is there anything that might pertain? I mean, it's 100 years. That might have been from his previous life.
As you go in, you do feel a strange sensation. And then you hear from behind you, "This is where you died, isn't it?"
Yeah.
The floating skull coming up behind you. "I can tell. You look almost alive when you're here." You
Set himself.
look at your hand and you see, rather than the deep, midnight black, you have the normal fleshy tone of your hand. You can feel the warmth of the blood spilling down your head and leaking out of your heart where the pipe had been driven through your chest. When spirits are close to the place they passed, it is when they become the most corporeal. You heal to full.
Nice. Thanks. He feels good. A sense of longing in him, What if he did live a full life? Who'd have known?
I know what
He
you're
looks to
thinking,
the-
and it's not worth thinking about.
Yes.
What if stones matter when it comes to the hands of fate?
Yes, I just wonder if my dame, she did all right after. I didn't see her down there. Though you don't see a lot of people in hell. I'm sure it's crowded as hell.
She kept your name,
Spicy.
even after you passed.
Didn't she?
Let's return to the office. And he
I
floats
gotta do
over.
something for-
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
He's like, I should probably grab that silver thing back, shouldn't I?
It would be worth keeping. I'll create the
And,
sigil and to warp us home in the meantime.
Oh, and I got this cat. He shows him.
I'm quite fond of cats.
Well, this one fell onto the sigil and then it turned red.
Then maybe we should examine it. Bring it back
Good
for
idea.
inspection.
Right on. As he goes back to look at the stake he drove into the concrete, and goes,
As you are about to walk out, you do glance back for a moment, seeing the skull float near the spot where you died.
Mm-hmm.
And you sort of shudder with a strange feeling as we cut to you lying on the ground in the warehouse. Everything gray, colorless. Shadowy forms move around you as you sit up, your body the pain in your body gone. Looking down, you see your own corpse.
Oh.
I'm afraid it's time to go.
Well, shit!
And looking, you see in the corner of the room is a skeleton in a nice three-piece suit. Your time has come.
You're kidding me. You're fucking kidding me. I can't go yet. You don't understand. I mean, come on. I can
know.
put these heroes down for good.
He shakes his head. If I had been the one to make the call, I would have let you get away. But the orders come from higher up. He begins to walk over and kneels before your dead body. But all souls need to pass eventually. And he pulls out a small pair of gardening shears. The handheld ones that you use for trimming little branches.
Oh,
and you realize an umbilical cord connects you to your body.
Oh, no. He starts to make a break for the exit.
As you start to run, you can feel the strand extending. Pulling from where your body is, but it doesn't seem like it ever comes taut. You run and run, and then you hear a snip sound, and everything goes black.
Yeah, as he's running. Veronica!
And then, the voice bubble sort of comes over, or like comes onto the end of like where that page was a comic book and says, "What came after that isn't worth going over. It's what came later that's more important." And we see, you sat in a dingy gray apartment, stone walls, stone bed, stone tables, stone furniture, stone everything. You're in hell. You've been in hell. The home is shaped just like the one you lived in, but is devoid of any aesthetic pleasure, brutalist and grim. And you hear, this is after you've been in hell for you don't know how long, and you hear a buzzing sound at your door.
He dies as he opens the door.
And you see a man in a nice suit, a gray suit. He has a yellow tie and a blue flower on his lapel, and he wears a pair of glasses circular glasses gleaming yellow. Mr. Valentine, I believe?
Yeah.
May I come in? You've never seen somebody who looked like this.
He squints. Whatever. As he turns, goes into his pressing house.
He walks in, he's like, "Do you know how long you've been in hell, Valentine?" There's no day or night here, so I'm sure it's hard to track.
20 years, 30.
And he reaches into his into his suit, and he sets down an hourglass. You have been here for 99 years and 365 days, or 364 days, and 23 hours and 58 minutes. As you can see that the little hourglass has two little golden pieces of sand in the top of it.
He looks at it.
And then one falls down. 59 minutes.
Joke. 89.
Do you know what happens when the last grain falls?
No? Was there a handbook for the recently deceased or something, or what?
You wouldn't get one, I'm afraid. It's different for everybody. But I've come to certain arrangements. And as the last one falls, you're sat at a desk in a nice-looking office. One wall, it's a 2-story tall room. On one wall, a massive library shelf. On the other, a wide window through which you can see a city, a cityscape. The desk is in the dead center of the office. Just behind the desk, there's a cat tree with a gray cat sat in it. And the man you were speaking to is sat across from you behind it. On his desk is, a placard. That says... that says fate. Oh, sorry. I described the man a little wrong. He has a yellow bow tie and a nice gray suit, and he does have round glasses, but they aren't colored.
Still the little flower on him.
Yes, he has the little blue flower though. His hair is like black. His skin is a sickly gray color. And the cat looks up to him and like goes over and climbs up on his lap, and he starts petting it. You can see it has around it a blue collar with a silver necklace that has a Egyptian ankh on it.
He looks around like completely baffled and befuddled. What the?
You were
going on here?
you were slated for several hundred years or several thousand years in purgatory as the next stage of your progression. Time to reflect on the punishments you had gone through and the life you had lived, and potentially, eventually, be welcomed to a higher plane.
Okay.
But I have an offer that could fast-track that for you. I am the leader of a certain order. The Order of the Reaper. The Grim Reapers help me to keep the delicate balance of fate. As he picks up a snow globe that his desk is covered in little trinkets, and he picks up a snow globe and gives it a little shake. Time is a fickle thing. Always progressing forward. Always moving towards entropy. Preventing the downfall of all existence, of all life, is a difficult thing when all you can do is kill. I need a hand that can do more than that. I need somebody who can look into matters for me, examine the world of the living without having an effect on it, and then, when the time is right, rather than kill, save lives. You may have been absent from the world for the last 100 or so years, but it doesn't mean that you can't still hold very valuable knowledge of a certain type. I think an investigator is just what I need, and I believe you don't have any outstanding contracts at the moment.
He chuckles. I've been 100 years out of work, apparently.
I've arranged to have an apartment constructed for you here on the tower, or here in the tower. I can, or you can go and get some rest. Welcome back to the world of the living, even if you are not quite so. And behind him, a mirror fogs up, and from it emerges you and the floating skull in the current day. And Fate turns around in his seat. The two of you are finally back from your mission. Excellent. As we're now in the modern day, not the distant past.
Is this the question? The floating skull near me, is he the one that reaped me when I was all the way back then? That's what I'm getting at, right?
You just know that he's your case manager.
Okay.
I can see that's right. Good. The two of you are back, and is that a cat? He smiles.
Yeah, I think I need some investigation, but
I do love cats. He lets the one on his lap hop down, and it goes over to its cat tree, and like it's sort of glaring at the other cat that you've brought with you. He begins to walk over, and the skull, as it gets over, it's. Excuse me. It floats over to the shelf and nestles into a little, like, an entire shelf on the bookshelf has been cleared and has a little silk pillow and like a tablet propped up against a couple of books and a small cup of water next to it, and it nestles down on the pillow and turns to look at the tablet.
The skull?
Yeah.
That's funny.
And Fate, he looks over and he lightly grips its collar. Karma. I'd say fate works in mysterious ways if I wasn't it. This is funny.
Quite. I would be careful. That cat fell in a glowing sigil of Haster.
Master. The Yellow King.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
I got some good info on his plan. But,
Well, go to your office and begin writing up a report. I will get the occult division to begin examining this cat right away to ensure that there's nothing nefarious afoot.
aye, boss man.
We'll get a full debriefing from you soon. I assume your mission was a success?
Yeah. It was pretty successful. I believe I halted the ritual they were doing. And got some information on Haster and all that, like I said before. And overall, everything seemed to work out a little too well.
If you can catch these things early and nip them in the bud, it always seems to go a little bit more easily than you would expect.
I will say, my line of work, though, easy usually doesn't end well.
The Elder Gods like to play up a big game. But when the moment they're faced with a being of similar power, he adjusts his glasses. They can hardly stand up.
Noir, Joey kind of just looks at him. He nods. You are pretty powerful, boss man. I'll write my report.
Not just pretty powerful. The most powerful fate is the most powerful force in the mortal plane. And with that, the final panel is like, everything fades to dark. His glasses continuing to glow a bright white. The cat that he has, its eyes glowing yellow. A blue silhouette tracing around you. And
You said his eyes are glowing yellow?
Yeah, the cat on the cat tree, like Fate's pet cat.
Oh, the pet one.
Yeah,
I thought you were saying
Fate's cat's eyes are glowing yellow. Fate's eyes are glowing white. A blue silhouette traces you, and the cat you brought has a faint blue glow to its eyes. As we end the session.
Yeah,
that's like the final panel image.
One last thing.
What's
As
up?
he's walking out, that whole ending shot you just said. He said you're pretty powerful,
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like fate is the most powerful thing there is, the mortal plane. And then he's just thinking to himself, that's what I'm worried about. And then
Oh, that's a good closing line. All right. But yeah, there's a fun thing established. Going to your the murder location can heal you.
Yay!
So mechanically, more or less, how I said you need to find a way to regenerate your ectoplasmic form. That is how you do it. If you ever get fully murdered, you need to fly back to your murder spot or to the Grim Reaper's tower, to Fate's tower, to get a full heal. Fate's tower is a non-Euclidean structure that exists in every city in the world.
Cool.
It's a skyscraper that no one ever seems to notice the presence of. It even exists in small, sleepy towns and communities. It's a building that's just constantly overlooked.
That's funny. That's really cool.
Anywhere people can be found, the tower can be found.
Mm-hmm.
And therefore, anywhere people can be found, you can walk out the front door. So, this place exists simultaneously in every populated center in the world, so long as it's a place where people live.
That's pretty cool. That's really cool.
Yee.
So in theory, I can just walk out any door I want.
Well, I say that it has predefined locations. The building exists in every city and every town in a set location where it is.
I see. Okay.
But that there is also magics that can let you get around, like that little skull of yours can always open a portal back to the tower.
Yes. Okay.
But yeah, that is the end of this session. Hang on. That is. Oh, shit. Hang on.
Oh. Oh God.
Ugh, don't look at me. Don't look at me during.
What are you doing?
Oh. Image update. Image update. I'm good at endings. Yeah, the end of this session of Hero Infinite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My God.
You know, those you watch on YouTube, come back for next week for the next episode, which, if everything goes according to plan, is going to be, I've already got the next one scheduled. Hang on. I'm trying to find the notes. Radical Ruby. Yeah, the next session, Radical Ruby,
yeah.
as you introduce the third hero of this world. The first several episodes are all going to be a lot of character introductions in all likelihood. But the further we go, the more they'll slow down until they eventually stop happening. But yay! Yay!
Hey, oh yeah! Hey, oh yeah!
Alright, so we will see you, all of you later. Be sure to click click an end card to watch your content. And hey,
like and subscribe.
Yay! Consider supporting me on Ko-fi, where Ko-fi supporters can have a direct influence on this channel. In fact, it was entirely down to a viewer vote that closed. That pretty much just closed. That is why it was Haster that was present in this episode.
Oh, really?
There was a vote that determined who it was, and there'll be more to come that will influence future events in the campaign.
Hell yeah!
See, people agreed on over on the Ko-fi that Haster would be the best cat owner.
Haster?
Goodbye.